Oops, I went live. Sorry, Eric.
Oops,
good.
I did it again.
Oh, Steve's here. That was confusing.
Yeah,
And he
now we
came
get
in with
now we get a
Britney
song
Spears
and a
song.
show.
Yeah.
Howdy, everybody. This is a week later because Steve's children decided to. Yeah, anyway.
To be children.
To be kids. No, luckily, little health scare, and it sounds like everything's all right. So that's good.
Yeah, that's
so we
good.
delayed.
Yeah,
and now
thank
my
you.
child is yelling up the stairs. I am live and streaming, Emma.
There you go.
So howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is DeBrant.
I'm Brian.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Steve, present and accounted
And we are going to finish up this expert campaign, which I'm totally excited to play this. I'm excited to play Stryfe, but I'm also excited to not be held down by, well, the next thing we should do is Stryfe. And we can come up with some kind of creative game because I'm definitely looking forward to the Hella game. So I really want to do that at some point.
And next
Hella
week
with the
is
galactic
also-
artifacts.
I'm also
Next
definitely
week-
looking forward to playing a different hero.
Yeah, next week is
Yeah.
all X-Force, right? We can do a 4-player X-Force game.
Next
week.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, Friday is Angel and Psylocke, right? Same day.
Right.
My store, my LGS only has Psylocke available for pre-order. I
Oh, no.
haven't seen anything on Angel yet.
That's going to be sad.
I was only
Well-
told you're all set. They're coming in, or they've been ordered, but I
Okay.
wasn't told a day or anything. But I haven't, like, Brian orders around our store, and I just haven't seen him. We haven't been there at the same time.
I try and do my best.
Yep. So I'm
Well,
curious
you
for
can play one of
those
the
who
characters we
are
already have.
so for those who are tuning in, of the upcoming 4 heroes, who are you most excited to play? Angel,
Deadpool.
Psylocke, X-23, or Deadpool?
1,000,000% Angel.
I would concur with that just because he looks so similar to Ant-Man in terms of the flipping, depending on what form he's in. And Ant-Man being one of my favorite characters, I'm excited to see if that carries over into Angel.
I also like that it's the way the card is.
It's
That's
beautiful.
That's what's I'm looking forward to.
I'm very excited for Psylocke. I definitely want to go back when I did that Venom Vigilante Justice build or whatever, the Confused, Dazed and Confused, I think I called it when I first did that one. And then I think somebody from the Spanish community actually posted the deck. It was very similar to mine. I'm sure theirs was their own thing. I'm not saying that, but I remember I played it with Venom like the day he came out or something, or the day I had him. So I'm excited to go back to that because she adds even more of the confused enemies to gain bonuses.
Nice.
So I'd be excited. And I was really excited for Psylocke's mechanics until somebody pointed out that it's SPDR. And I'm like, oh, it's so similar. It's true.
It
I
is.
can see that. Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I guess we've been playing that for a while. But I mean, either way, I'm still excited. It will be a different character because she actually flips her things to generate different resources and change her stats, whereas SPDR has to put specific things out, kind of like a Groot, right? Who's putting specific things that can allow him to upgrade his stats or whatever.
Mhm.
So I think she has a hand size of 4, right?
She does.
Yeah, she's a
from what I
6'4", right?
remember.
And
Well, she does. It's not really a 6'4". She's a 6'6", because those 2 cards that
our
in
resources.
they're resources. So basically,
Yeah.
it's a 6'6".
6'6"
Yeah, I mean, you won't go
Hannibal.
through your deck that fast, right? So in that
Yeah.
sense, it's not a 6'6". But yeah, she's definitely set up from the start. So I'm excited for her. I am actually excited for Deadpool. I know it's not everybody's saying. It's kind of like the Spider-Ham thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to try to do Rush with him. And I'm excited to
see
live
that.
on the edge. If I could even tell you guys, I actually was going to message you all and I forgot, but I taught my neighbor and played with my friend David, who's played before, and I gave him basically the Star-Lord Rush deck, but we were all Guardians. And if I could even tell you the power of Blaze of Glory. So
Oh.
turn 4, Star-Lord accounted for 58 damage. If you include
Dang.
playing Blaze of Glory being the additional damage for us all around the table. It was
Wow.
unbelievable. And the drawing in, the smooth talker to get a Nick Fury, to drop a Nick Fury, to draw 2 double resources. and whatever, like a beast, and then playing beast to get a resource back, then put another thing on the table.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
it was unbelievable. And then it was like Last Stand and 2 Go Down Swingings and Blaze of Glory. And it was just unbelievable. The damage that we did. I mean, it was whatever we were fighting. I can't remember now. But it was like, not only did we win, but like we brought the enemy to like -50 or something, like -30 something.
Wow.
On turn 4, that's pretty broken in a 4-player game.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was turn 4. Like that was what made it so nuts too.
You were playing on standard though, right?
Oh yeah, we were playing on standard. And I mean, both that, and then we played mutagen formula and just got the whole mess. And it was just fun to dig out of it and see Star-Lord. And it was just funny that the person playing was just forgetting, like, oh, they're like, look at their hand and be like, these cards are too expensive. And I'm like, well, you get -3 resources every turn.
Yeah. That's good.
They're like, oh, that's so much better. So
he's so good.
All right. I know you said you were a little tired, so you want to get the show on the road?
I do. I've had a long day. So we are here. Yeah, that's true. It's going to take a bit to get this all set up and ready to go. Not really, but I've got most of it. If you're here, say hello in the chat. We will try to do our best to.
Yeah, Brian, we know you're here.
Brian, in the chat.
Brian's always in the chat. So wait, we have the safe house again. We have. What do we have?
We have nothing yet, but we have mission prep, establish safe house, gear up, and prepare defenses. I'm going to go ahead and assume we're going to take assemble the team so we can all get an ally for free. It's that versus 3-cost events are cheaper, but half of us don't have 3-cost events in our deck. So that feels not so useful.
Miss Marvel, you had 9 health.
Oh, no.
Brombay's in.
No.
Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome, Nolan.
Bromby.
Welcome, Bromby. So the new campaign side scheme, we're doing assemble the team?
Yeah, which means
right?
Malice is going in the deck. Yep.
All right, so 16 on that.
I'm not even going to bother writing this one down because it's the last scenario.
Yeah, you don't have to write anything down. If we lose, we lose. So that's how it goes. All right, so
that's not what I was told.
We have Captive Hope in here. We have our obligations. We have Master Plan. We have Standard Set. And then it's also Mutant Insurrection and Extreme Measures are the ones. So I'm shuffling all these up. It's a little bit confusing in 4-player. We actually come out ahead. So Stryfe on stage 2 says each player discards until you get a psionic attachment. And then in the campaign, we have to discard until each player gets a psionic attachment. But there aren't any left in the deck. So will it actually go through and start with an acceleration token?
Yeah.
So are we going to start with 4 acceleration tokens?
Is it for each player?
Yes.
Yeah. So then you're starting with 4 accelerations.
Seriously?
What? Is that a little too much?
No, because it says if you're supposed to do what the card says, you're technically starting with 4 accelerations.
I agree with you, but is it a little too much? Was it poorly done?
Probably. They should have 8 attachments if that is the standard, right?
Yeah, I mean, it says here in player order, each player discard cards from your counter deck until they discard, a minion or an attachment. Read the book, Brant.
There you go.
Read the book, and you would get there. Okay, cool. So that'll be a lot easier. And then we're going to shuffle in all these other ones, right? Yes. So those other minions won't be in there yet.
Oh, the surge ones don't come in until after.
So Stryfe's Grasp is going to come into play with 4 threat on it. Then it's Hinder 6. So that's 28. And then the book says add 1 threat per player for each scheme or each side scheme that we started with. So that's 4 times 4 is 16. So it's going to start at 44. And it has a crisis icon. If this gets to 36, we lose the game.
Wow.
So we need to remove 44 threat. And then on this side, we need to remove another 3. So we need to remove 47 threat ASAP before this pops.
And this is on which side scheme?
This is on Stryfe's Grasp.
Oh, Stryfe's Grasp. Okay. Got it. Okay. That has 44. Dang.
Yep, because it's adding 16 in a 4-player campaign. So we removed 31 in a turn last time, and we have a few turns to remove it. Here's going to be the really key thing that I need from the three of you. I need you to always know, always be aware of what the maximum number of any one type of card is that you have in your hand.
Right.
Stryfe is always checking for, do you have
Checks
3
for that all
events?
the time.
Do you have 2 allies? Do you have 1 of each card? And if you can know that and not have to count it up every time, because if we have to count it up every time and I have to ask, it's going to slow the game down big time.
Sure.
Okay.
So
we should just
everything
know
he
and then
does
tell you.
is based on the number of the most cards. So you may want to organize your cards in your hand. It's also dynamic. So if he attacks you, I'm trying to think of a good example, but his attack is increased, and then you play a defense card and it's an event, and that lowers the number of cards in your hand. It happens immediately, and it lowers his attack.
Okay, so
So
when
it's
I
not
play
checked at
Bulletproof
the
Bell,
time.
right?
Yeah. Yep. That's the way I understand it from what I read.
All right.
That it's always dynamic and whatnot. So
I'll try my best.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking you to do is do your best. That way when I ask, but I just wanted to make you aware that that's like the most important thing you can know and the question I'll be asking you all the time. All right. We got all these in play, which we're going to pop right at the start. So I'm going to have those ready to go. So we are going to discard for psionic attachments, starting with Stevie.
Yeah.
Who is going to get...
Oh, or a minion, eh? It's psionic or a minion.
Well, his is only a psionic attachment.
Okay.
Then the campaign is attachment or minion.
Okay.
You have psychic inertia, so you have -1/-1, and when you attack and thwart in the same turn, you can discard it.
Okay, -1/-1, attack and thwart. All right, cool.
Which seems pretty easy for her. You have the same thing, Eric.
Okay. Psychic inertia.
Psychic
Got it.
inertia.
So I need to, if your hero attacked and thwarted this phase, discard this card.
I have mental transfer, so this is going to go on Hope. So the next time we deal damage to Stryfe, we deal it to Hope instead and then discard that card. So that is a way that Hope could die. And Brian, you have psionic amnesia. So the resource cost of each ally and support is +2. After you play an ally or support, you can exhaust your identity to discard it. All right. There we go. Now the campaign says to add all those things and then discard for minions or attachments. So Wild Side is going in front of Nina. Mind Trap is going on you, Eric. Your allies, upgrades, and supports enter play exhausted.
Okay.
But you can exhaust 3 cards you control to discard it.
Got it. In Alter Ego.
I am getting Thumbelina. And Brian is getting Dragoness. But this is going to complete, so he's going to start with an acceleration token.
Okay.
All right.
In my opening
then
hand,
I have to shuffle all these in.
Okay. Bummer. I've got.
All right,
We're
so
going to assemble the team. Eric will have that in front of him. I'll also have it in front of me. It just helps me and Stryfe's grasp. But Eric is controlling all the player side schemes because they're in his deck.
Right.
Okay.
And then we're going to start with build support.
Makes sense.
In addition to assemble the team. So that will have 12 on it. And then from our campaign side schemes, remind me again what else we're starting with. Once we, I guess Steve calls for an action during his turn, we're adding pockets. We're adding in not an ally yet.
Safe house, pockets, and a 2-cost upgrade.
Okay.
So all this stuff is coming out right now, right?
Yeah, if you've done everything.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You mulliganed and everything. Yeah,
and we have
so
prepared defenses, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So we've got +1 defense and
in,
retaliate.
right?
Yeah. So
Correct. We
got-
have +1 defense and retaliate. Yes.
Okay, and then safe house, and then mission prepped, so we can grab a 2, an upgrade with a cost of 2.
2 cost upgrade, right?
so
The
I'm
other
gonna
key is
just
that Hope
deck
can
and discard.
only thwart Stryfe's grasp or attack Stryfe.
A 2 cost.
So 2 cost upgrade, put it into play, right?
Yep.
So I guess, does that supersede the Sorcerer Supreme's ability?
yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
That's in play. I'll shuffle and then I'll do my safe
Is
house.
it an identity specific upgrade? It is, right?
No.
Not
That's
this
on the
one.
side scheme, but it's not on the. That's on the player side scheme. It's any upgrade.
All right, cool.
All right, so I'll go get mission leader right away.
So we got plus.
And then
defense,
shuffle
that's
pouches into your
8,
deck.
and shuffle pouches, and then I'll do my take
Right.
house, my house.
Okay.
And then when we clear assemble the team, we all get an ally and put it into play.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not taking my my rogue jacket because Eric's gonna get that for me eventually.
Right.
All right, so I used the safe house, so it's my time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I use the safe house. I am going to use make the call to do the paint to get the painted lady.
Oh, hold on. I apologize. I missed something. When Wild Side was revealed, it said choose Wild Side attacks you or return the highest cost support you control to its
He is
owner's
not
hand.
revealed. He is put into play.
Says reveal that card.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Well,
but
I don't know
safe
what the
house,
campaign thing says.
but we wouldn't have put safe house into play at that
Correct.
point.
So that's why I think Steve should have gotten attacked.
Even in alter
And
ego?
reveal that card. Reveal that card.
Okay.
I think you take 3 damage.
All right. Well, I'm an alter ego.
It just says Wild Side attacks you. It doesn't say even if it's not quick strike. I don't know. I'm just trying to be exact on the rules.
All right. So I'll go down to 6. Was I at 6? Not at full health?
You were at full health.
All right. So I'm
Sorry,
down.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Just do what it says.
No, you are difficult. I get it. It's cool.
You could use the safe house to heal yourself instead of draw a card.
No. I'll just draw. All right. I am going to flip up. And then I have -1/-1 to all my stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I need to attack and thwart at the same time. All right. I am going to switch rapid response with the top card of my deck, which is a command team.
If anybody can deal 1 damage to Stryfe, that's super clutch. So that Hope only takes 1 damage.
Really?
Just FYI. Hope's current thing is when Stryfe takes damage, she takes damage. And she only has 3 health.
Oh, but I'm -1. All right. I don't have a guard in front of me.
No.
All right. I'm going to spend 3 for Adam, and I'm going to spend team training for Lucky and Good. All right. I will have Domino attack for 1.
All right. So that will discard this card and deal 1 damage to Hope.
All right. I will then just thwart for 1 with Hope. Oh, no, attack for 1 with Hope. Because my thwart is garbage.
All right.
And that's it.
Let's start taking out some of these minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 damage on one of the guys. Whichever.
So it's either Dragoness or the guy in front of you, Brant.
Yeah. There's also Wild Side here. I'm going to have to try to take out as many of them as I can. But I have a no quarter and a hone technique, so that will help.
Unfortunately for me, this round, I am all build, and it's either thwart of 2 or attack of 2 from me. So,
Well, it's got to be thwart unless we want to just kill these minions.
yeah, I believe Cable's up.
Okay. All right. So my 2 cost upgrade is my plasma rifle, which enters exhausted, I guess, thanks to that mind trap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then my safe house, I'm going to draw a card, which is Technovirus Purge. So let me throw down 5 on that. 2.
I thought you already had one out.
Oh,
wait, you
2,
can have
4,
2. You can have up to
6.
2.
No. Yeah. No, yeah, because the in a 2-player game we can put
Yep.
2 out. Or in a 4-player game, I mean, we can put 2 out. Okay. Then I'm not going to be able to get rid of Mind Trap, but I can get rid of Psychic Inertia most likely this turn. So if I flip up, let me think my timing on this. Okay, because I'll use energy. Oh, I do have an Overwatch. So let's put Overwatch on wherever.
The side scheme, yeah.
Yeah, on one of our side schemes. Because Strife's Grasp that we really need to work on. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, so let's put that on a side scheme, use energy to play even the odds. So that will remove 4 from,
Yep.
hold on. Let me think my timing on this though, because I will probably get to ready when okay, so let me do
Technovirus.
let me do a basic attack for 2.
1.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be 1, correct, because of Psychic Inertia.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to play even the odds. So that will remove 4 from all of our side schemes, and the Overwatch will trigger onto Strife's Grasp. Right? So 4
Okay,
off
gotcha.
of that.
That actually makes
This
sense.
becomes 8. Okay.
So does that remove 8 from
Was it
Strife's Grasp?
smarter? Was it smarter to thwart Technovirus for 1?
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Instead of doing the 1, because I will flip up by this getting rid of Technovirus Purge, and then I'll do a basic attack. And then it'll be a basic attack of 2, because I'll be a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take the 1 off. Then we do even the odds.
Even the odds.
So we
deals
did
a
4,
damage.
4, and then that will deal 1 damage because that will get rid of Technovirus Purge, which I'm going to put over here. That will ready me. That takes care of that. I will do then a basic attack because I'm now at a 3, so it will be 2, and then that will get rid of my Psychic Inertia.
I guess we'll just get rid of this Dragoness because I'm not sure I can take them all out. So we should get rid of some enemies.
Okay. So that goes over there. I should have put the Skilled Investigator out first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I have 3 in my deck, so I'll put that one then out on me. When that I did that first, so I drew a card. It's pouches. Oh my gosh. So I will use.
I just wanted to ask a question. Was it 8 off of Strife's Grasp because of the 4 from even the odds plus the trigger of Overwatch?
No, even the odds won't remove from Strife's Grasp because that's only from side schemes.
Strife's Grasp is a side
scheme. It's a side scheme, yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, well then great. So then I apologize. So then another 4 off of Strife's Grasp.
But that means, so hold on. So then you would have put it on Assemble the Team. So Assemble the Team should still be at 12, correct?
Assemble the Team, right. Assemble the Team has 12.
And then this one's at 36. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so Overwatch is gone. Then I'll use the Genius to play Mind Scan, which is going to remove 4 threat from a scheme.
Okay.
I'm assuming
we do Strife's Grasp.
Yeah, I'm assuming we want to knock that thing down as quick as we can, especially because it has the crisis icon. Okay. I did my basic, got rid of that. I still have Mind Trap. And technically the Skilled Investigator. Actually, I would not have been able to draw a card because the Skilled Investigator would have come into play exhausted. because of the mind
Oh,
trap. So
right,
pouch
you gotta
is,
put
is on
pouches
top
back
of my deck. But I think that then completes my turn.
All right.
Whee!
I'm going to use Bruno and a Genius to play Hone Technique. I'm going to flip up, use Followed Through. Gosh, I hate using Marked, but it doesn't seem super key right now. And Marked to play No Quarter and Embiggen it. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to hit Thumbelina, but it is -1, so that's 7. So I kill her and draw 4. Discard 4, excuse me. And then I will bring it back into my hand. I get just Sunfire. Darn it. So then I will use Big Hands and Digging Deep to play No Quarter for 6, and I will hit Wild Side, kill him, discard a single card, and that's it for me. I'm holding Sunfire.
All right,
Oh, you,
nice. Yeah, I'm just built this round, so I'll put down my X Gene. I'll put down an energy barrier. I'll put down my deft focus. I'll flip up and I'll thwart for 2.
They are all upgrades, correct?
They are all upgrades. That is correct. I checked. I got the thing in front of me, so I know.
I figured you knew, but I was just checking.
Yeah.
We don't want to get caught with our pants down this early.
We're
All right,
good?
30 threat still on there. He adds 0 threat per player.
I also touched Stryfe, by the way,
Okay.
because I have bulletproof bell. So
So I have 3 events.
Oh, yeah. I got to draw.
Tell me what you have the most of in your hand and what that. Just tell me the number.
3
I don't have
events.
to go with
3.
It's 2 events, 2 resources, and one.
Just give me a number.
Yeah.
Don't
3.
give me 3 numbers.
3
2.
for me.
All right, so that's rough. So he got 11. He got 12 threat. So he's a third of the way to us losing the game on one
gosh.
turn.
Wow.
That's tricky. All right.
Yep.
He is then attacking Domino for 1.
Domino, would you like this bulletproof bell?
I would love that bulletproof bell.
Okay. Bulletproof bell.
Just remind me, he's going to attack you with a card, deal no damage, and then you are tough?
Correct.
Yeah. All right, so he's going to attack you for... sorry, does this increase his attack? When he's attacking you, he gets +X, where it's the number of cards, the most common sense. So he's actually attacking you for 4, 5, 6, deals no damage, and now you're tough. Retaliate 1, right?
Retaliate
2 because of touched.
And I'm so dumb. We all had a mission leader trigger, and I forgot about it.
Whatever. It is what it is.
All right. Attacking Cable for 4 plus a flip. Gosh, these ones hit so hard in this campaign.
Seriously. So 4 and a boost?
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. I guess this one I will defend for 3.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could potentially take the hit for you. I'd lose my tough, but then he attacks me. And I at least have energy barrier because I think you being able to thwart is better than me being able to thwart.
I believe so.
Okay.
So you're going to block.
So
All right. Well, thank you.
I'll just block.
+0, you lose your tough, and then retaliate 2 from you.
Correct.
He attacks me, I have a wiggle room. So he's going to attack me for 4, 5, 6, 7, of course. Wiggle room, draw, recur, wiggle room, draw. I take 1. And then attacks Rogue for, I think, 3 now. You only have 2 of a kind in your hand?
Yes, 2.
All right. So 3, 4. If you have 3 of the same type in your hand, place 3 threat in the same scheme, but you do not.
I do
Main
not.
scheme.
So I will take 3. I will take 3. Down to 8. Energy barrier repels 1 and 2 retaliate.
59. Almost dead.
Right.
All right. That's our cards. Or that's our attacks. Now his cards. Samurai has he just has forced responses.
Cool.
Psychic Override. So, Eric, you have to choose a card type, discard each card from your hand that's not of that type,
Oh gosh.
draw up to your hand size, and then place one threat in the main scheme for each card of that type in your hand. Did that make sense?
I think so. Yeah,
What's
because
the
I've
name of the
got
card?
3 upgrades, a support, and a resource. So I would choose a card type, right, and then keep that and discard everything else.
Correct. And then draw back up, and
Right.
then we put threat on the main scheme equal to what you have in your hand.
Okay, got it. Shoot. All right. Question is, what do I want to keep here? If I keep my upgrades, then I only have to discard 2. But then we're still adding at least 3. Dagnabbit.
Choices, my friend. Choices.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. All right. I guess we'll do that. Yeah.
This is a rough hole because he could threat
Yeah.
out next turn and we lose.
Yes. Seriously. Or maybe I just keep one. I keep pouches and get rid of everything else, or I keep the support. Damn it!
Well, pick one.
The
Yep.
campaign adds a bunch of extra threat to Strife's grasp, right? Other than its original 28.
16 extra to be exact.
Wow. So
Okay.
It's a lot.
brutal.
Okay. So I kept the 3 upgrades. I drew 2. Now I have 4 upgrades in my hand.
Okay. So this goes to 16 out of 36. Yeah, I had considered whether I should switch to Justice just to help with this threat, but we did so well in the other one, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But getting all those minions and attachments is brutal to start.
Oh yeah. And then okay, so if I
Memories
add
of Armageddon on Domino.
any of these upgrades that I add are that's right, we're still running through those.
Yep.
Apologies.
You
Okay.
can exhaust 3 cards you control to discard this.
Right, but anything that I add comes in
Now,
exhausted
Surge.
on Mind Trap.
Correct, but if you get rid of Mind Trap first, then they won't.
But I
So,
need
like-
to be an alter ego to do that.
No. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yep.
All right. When revealed, each player places X threat here, where X is the number of cards of the most common type.
2.
4.
2.
All right. So this goes to 10, and it has a hazard icon. That is it. Hope passes to here to Eric. Your turn.
That felt
It's a
brutal.
big hole.
Yeah.
Are we getting out of this?
If we can thwart. I have no thwart in my deck, so it's I have to draw my card.
Yeah.
Right.
He has to draw sneak by. I
That's the
have
only thing I have.
Because
at
I
best
can
4.
the only thing I could do is I could thwart for 3.
Plus
off
hope
of a
is
basic.
3, right?
Right. And then hope would be 3 as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have 4.
Yeah, I assume we don't want to be any of us don't want to be flipping down. Correct.
No, I don't think we can afford that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me see what I can do. I am going to severely overpay for a right place, right time, just to remove 3 threat.
Okay.
Right now?
Yeah, and I discard the top, but does it count? And I'll
I
just
have
put
no idea
that
what you're
under-
saying. Are you talking about Memories of Armageddon?
Yeah.
It doesn't count if it's a double, but it would still be 1.
Okay, so 4. Remove 4 threat from somewhere. But
What
I
do
do
you
have my jackpot in hand, so Adam Warlock's going to do a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay. So then why don't I do this to do that? Okay. So I'm going to put a skilled investigator out on one of you guys. Any preference? Who needs it? Who wants it?
I don't want it.
Rogue most of the time wants to stay in hero form, so I'll just take
Okay.
I
it.
give it to Rogue.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So
I don't need card draw.
So skilled investigator on you. I will pitch these 2 to get out my telekinetic force field. This would only deal 1 damage if I spend an energy off of that plasma rifle, which it's not worth getting rid of this card to do that. So let me thwart for 3. We can have Hope thwart for 3.
Okay.
That's
And
already
these are
20 away.
Yeah.
Total
So
6.
this is all coming off the grasp, correct?
Yes.
And then that's everything that I got. Oh, and
Okay.
then the force field should be exhausted too.
Malice has what? 3 health or 1?
1.
Okay.
So I think I can't kill Malice though, because Malice attaches to an ally, but I believe the only ally in play is Adam Warlock.
Correct, I think.
And I think that hoses Steve's deck.
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as she dies?
When she dies, she attaches to a minion and turns that minion into an ally into a possessed minion.
Yeah.
So I think I need to just leave her, right?
Probably. I would appreciate that.
All right. I will use my strength to play martial prowess. I will use martial prowess and no quarter to play no quarter and embiggen it. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, and I'll kill Samurai, discarding 3. 1, 2, 3, and I get power of aggression. I will use power of aggression to play Sunfire, but there's no attachments, I believe. So Sunfire will thwart for 1. This is down to 19.
Other than attachments that are attached to us, right?
Correct. It's got to be attached to the villain.
Okay.
Am I wrong about that? Choose an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. What about straight response? Probably not.
I have absolutely no clue how that works.
I would think the intention is attachments on the villain.
No,
say that.
It says hero action or hero response, right?
Unfortunately, I don't have a lightning bolt, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it
guess
work
I don't need to flip down.
Psychic inertia.
I would like to flip down, but we lose. He schemes for 1. It's going to go up 11 to 27.
How much is left there? 19?
19. Yeah.
Okay, so if I just pitch this energy barrier, because I'll play another energy barrier, plasma pistol, and I'll double repurpose, which means I could get 4 and then 6. I can get potentially 10 thread off of that.
Do you want me to risk flipping down? Does Steve want to flip down?
No, I'm going to stay up.
I'm not flipping down.
Should I not risk it?
I wouldn't risk it.
Okay. I will stay up and hold Amir Khan. I'm done.
All right. I'll pay 2 to get my plasma pistol down. I'm going to shoot my plasma pistol for 1.
Okay. You could kill Malice and turn Sunfire into Malice now, but it still might not be worth it. I might rather have Sunfire as a blocker.
It's probably better. Just do the attack to Stryfe. I'll repurpose that plasma pistol. Ready myself. Buff my thwart for 4. And thwart for 4.
Okay, 15.
And then I'll do the second repurpose on the energy barrier, and I'll thwart for 6.
Down to 9. Nice.
So I am defenseless, but that's okay. And I guess I will just put touched on Stryfe in case I draw a.
You're gonna heal. You're gonna heal for 3, so don't worry about it.
All right.
But mostly, yeah, okay. That's true. I defended for you guys last round. That's right. Cool. Steve, you're up.
Oh, yeah. So is there a side scheme that got removed or no?
What is happening? No side schemes got removed. It's still at 9.
At 9? All right. I'm going to use Adam Warlock and pitch Jackpot to do 4 threat. Deal 3 damage and heal Brian for 3.
Sweet.
I will punch something for 1, and then I did a thwart and an action, so that goes away.
Done.
And
All right.
that's it for me.
We survived this. We should be able to build back up then. The problem is we also have to thwart the main scheme down.
So how much is left on it?
It's at 16 out of 36.
Yeah, but how much is on the crisis? There's 2 crises, right?
Nope, there's the crisis has 5. Yeah, you're right. You flip it and it goes to 3. So there's 8.
And then what's the side scheme underneath?
Telepathic camouflage. It has 10 threat on it and it's a hazard.
All right.
I have 3.
Oh, that's right. We need to do that.
Yeah.
3 for me.
2.
Support. Yeah, 3.
So it's at 28 out of 36.
All right, we're dying to advance.
All right, he is attacking Cable for 1 plus, I believe, 3. I think only Rogue had 2.
Okay.
So 4.
I'm going to use my telekinetic force field.
You don't have to use it yet. You can wait to see.
Right, you
Yeah,
can just
that's right.
take 4.
Oh,
so you take
sure.
4 damage.
Oh, it's only 4? All right.
Yep.
So I will keep the force field. I will go down by 4 health.
Retaliate 1.
And retaliate 1. Thank you, Brian.
He's attacking me. I think I just block with Sunfire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. If you have 3, place 3 threat on the main scheme. 31.
Out
A
of
little
36.
overtuned in the 4-player expert campaign, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
This
so.
is crazy.
Like,
yeah.
2 turns, you should. But we'll see. If he draws in advance, we could be done. Rogue is getting attacked for 3 plus a flip.
Yep.
4.
And then Malice hits me for 1.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that will kill Malice. I do have a retaliate of 2 against Stryfe first.
Yep. And then Malice goes on Adam Warlock.
No.
Nothing I could do about that. It's automatic.
I could block it. Is that
How?
a waste? Myself?
If you block
I could defend?
it, if you defend, it's
Oh,
still
I
retaliate.
have retaliate. Yeah,
Right.
no good.
Yeah,
That's right. We'll just have to reset. If we live, we just reset our decks, right? All right. Domino is getting attacked for 4.
I'm going to defend for 4.
5, 6. So you're going to take 2, retaliate 1, and then Adam Warlock attacks you for some number I don't know,
For 1.
and then you deal a damage back to him.
Yeah. So I took
And we get an
2.
extra card.
I'm down to 4.
Strobe has patrol. So, Eric, you either have to stun each character you control or deal 1 damage to each character you control.
I will just deal 1 damage to myself.
And to
Well,
Hope.
no, you're going to be doing it to Hope too.
Oh,
I mean, do you really need to? Do you care about being stunned?
no, I don't.
Yeah. So we'll
Yep.
stun them both.
So I am.
Then you get under pressure, which is
Under
how we
pressure.
feel.
Seriously.
All right. So this has 6 threat on it. It has an amplify and it surges. Shadow of the Past. You have the worst one.
Well, Stryfe doesn't come into play, right?
Well, no, was
Yeah,
that
how
on
does that
me or
work?
was that on?
Surge.
It's Surge.
It just surges. We
So
don't put
you
all the other
put-
cards
you
in
No, you
play.
put all the
Everything-
rest and you surge.
Everything but Stryfe, and then it surges.
Shoot. I just don't know where I put all those cards.
Come on, you're playing with us.
What does that mean?
That means there's always going to be shadows.
No, I know. I just my cards have not been organized, so I don't know where they are. Is all I'm trying to say. Here, there. All right. So Stryfe doesn't come into play. Everything else does.
How's it worded? Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion, put it into play engaged with you, which you can't. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme, put that into play. Shuffle the rest, da-da-da-da-da. If your
Damn.
Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, this card gains surge.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
those are all
4.
separate sentences.
Back to the Future is in play. It's a short session because it says if we lose, we lose.
Right.
Surge. Telekinetic Blast. You're going to take 2 damage plus 1 for each side scheme in the victory display.
Which
I think
is
that's 3.
right. I take a total of 3. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm down to 5.
Telekinetic Wave. I return an upgrade or support I control to my hand, and then Stryfe activates. So I will put Martial Prowess in my hand, and then Stryfe is attacking me for 5. Got it. So I guess I need to defend.
For 1.
You have how much?
I have 8 health. Just hope he doesn't draw a 3. No, there's an amplify.
There's an amplify. So, I mean, I guess I could defend. I defend for 3.
How much health do you have?
I have 6. I defend for 3.
All right. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to take 3.
All right, down to
And
3.
he takes 2.
He takes 2.
Assault against you.
And I am definitely dead.
I will defend. So he's attacking me for 5, 6, 7.
I also have my force field.
2.
I have my force field.
Oh, we could do that. All right. All right. So he hits Brian, then you use your force field. Sorry about that. I was hasty.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, when a friendly character, any amount of damage, yep, discard force field, prevent all that damage.
Steve, discard an upgrade you control.
Lucky and good.
And Deadly Touch, place.
It's on the villain.
2 threat
Place
on the
2
villain.
threat on the main scheme. It goes to 33, and we don't lose. We made it through.
All right. If anyone can get rid of strobe, I can call for an action and play an even the odds.
You can play even the odds anyway. Patrol doesn't prevent you from playing even the odds.
Oh, that's
However,
right.
you can't remove threat from other schemes until you get rid of Back to the Future.
Right.
So if you play even the odds, it will only get rid of the 4 on Back to the Future, is the way I understand it.
Okay, so I guess technically it removes it all from all side schemes at the same time. So it's like you can't do Back to the Future first and then another side scheme and then another side scheme.
No.
Okay.
Correct.
1 motion.
Bummer.
I think we're done.
Okay. You're already done?
No. Are we done?
No, yeah, we're done with the villain.
No, we didn't
phase.
lose.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was just asking some
Oh,
questions.
done with the villain phase?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess I can't remove threat. Is the best thing for me to do play a helicarrier and give somebody a resource?
Honestly, I'm having the worst draw here. All I have is an energy barrier, an armored vest, and an energy transfer. I unfortunately went into all my build and nothing to actually remove or deal damage. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, because we can't remove threat. We're done. I have 0 threat removal.
All right, here's a question. Is it helpful for me to call for an action and play body slide?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so why don't we at least start with that? So I'm going to call for an action, play body slide. I will change form. Everyone else can change to the form that I am in, which I am now an alter ego. And then we can call for an action on Safe House and either heal 2 or draw. Right?
Yeah, I'm doing a draw because I don't think healing's going to do anything. If we can't get out of it anyways.
And a Moon Girl.
Oh, man.
So I'm doing my turn. I just have to put cards back and
Oh my god. Oh.
Here's my suit. All right. So
okay, this might work.
Did I draw a card off a Safe House? I did.
All
right. So these 3 play Moon Girl, which draws me 2 cards. I believe I just need to remove threat, right?
Yeah, seems
Yep.
like.
So suit and Hall of Heroes plays Sneak By for 3, brings this down. Moon Girl thwarts it. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you can actually defeat Stryfe instead. After Stryfe is defeated, or the last threat is removed. So we could have gone damage instead of
Oh.
threat.
Yeah, that's true, but I think
After
where
he's
he's
defeated
tuned
for the
more for
last
threat.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So this flips over. Stryfe cannot be defeated. And this advances us. Okay, so we're
Yeah.
in better shape.
It automatically advances to 2A, right?
Oh,
Or
okay.
2B.
All right, so this resets,
So we go to 2A, which
and this resets to 0. That
I
just helped
probably
us a
should have
lot.
healed.
yeah,
I probably should
left
have
your
healed.
fate, and then
There's
that does
3
that.
threat on this.
Okay, so he's now got Stalwart.
Yep.
Each identity gets +2 hand size. Increase the resource cost to play each player card by 1.
All your cards cost +1 though right now.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, I have 2 singleton thwarts. Oh, if I bring Sneak By back, that doesn't help because I can't play it again, but maybe I should still hold it.
Might help, right?
Yeah. All right, I have a singleton thwart with hope. So do I want to bring Living Bomb down to... Actually, that doesn't matter anymore. So I will bring one off of Under Pressure. And that could possibly go away with an even the odds if we can figure things out. I'm done.
Right. Well, it sucks that we don't get the +2 hand size until
Yeah.
our next turn, or until the end of this turn, I guess. But in the meantime, everything costs +1.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument, I guess, that I should have brought threat off of something else and let the last player do that.
Is what it is.
That actually is not a bad argument.
But I did not do that. So
Right.
I definitely, having seen how that was, I would definitely have switched to Miss Marvel Justice.
Right.
Yeah.
And then had 2 Justice players, and then I could have just gone... Like, I wouldn't do the whole shenanigans, but whatever.
Okay.
All right,
Well, we're
touched.
52 minutes in, so
Yeah. Touched is on Stryfe. He's going to take 2 damage.
We're on
Okay.
turn 2 or turn 3 now.
I'm going
is
to
this turn
heal
3? Yeah.
for 2. And I can punch or thwart for 2.
Thwart.
I think
Well-
4 is our goal.
Okay, thwart for 2.
Unless we care about Strobe or Scrambler, but I think they're not the main issues right now. So I don't know what to take threat off of.
I wish you could take it off of Back to the Future. But
I guess I'll take it off of this telepathic camouflage. I mean, when we get allies, we've turned the corner in my mind. So
yeah, I wouldn't
go there.
worry about our player side schemes for right now. Let's get rid of all that nasty stuff.
Unfortunately, I eventually need to bite the bullet and pay 5 for an ally, which is now probably going to be even harder because of that.
it's true. This is what he does. Yeah, it's funny how everybody said, "Oh, Strife's too easy. He's too easy." But 4-player expert campaign, he's definitely much more pushed.
Yeah. I wouldn't
I'm
mind
done.
playing, just see the difference doing just a standard, or not standard, but a expert game against
Right.
Stryfe. Yeah. Without all the campaign
Is it my
additions.
turn?
It's you, Steve.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm going to use Painted Lady to bring rapid response to my hand. I am going to spend 2 for Pip the Pug, and I'm going to spend... is anybody playing an ally or no?
I have Moon Girl.
All right, so I'm going to spend 2 for a regroup. And
Right.
I have to stay down. I'm going to use Pip the Pug to put my jackpot on top. And that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to get rid
Brian,
of that memory.
Anybody can totally stay down. He schemes for 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So, Brian, you could actually stay down if you didn't want to be up.
Well, my whole turn would be null and void
Okay.
if I stayed
Got it.
down.
Yeah, just an idea.
Because
Alright.
I did energy transfer
Got it.
to ready. So, I mean, how did I do that? If I wanted to stay down, I wouldn't be doing that.
Well, I have Moon Girl. I can block.
That would have been doing that. And then I pitched these 3 to play that.
Actually, I think I am going to stay down then.
And remember to get rid of your thing here, Eric.
Which thing?
All right.
Oh, yeah, that
Mind
mind trap. Perfect. I can do that.
You're switching your turn, Brian?
No. I'm staying the same.
Sounds good.
I'm not backing it up.
Okay. So, Steve, you finished, right? So it goes to me? Okay. All right. So I will exhaust, I guess, myself, the rifle, and skilled investigator to get rid of that mind trap. Thank you for that reminder, Brent. Then I will pitch these 3 cards to get a heroic intuition out on myself, holding on to even the odds. And I was going to recover, but I'm now exhausted. Yep. But now I can get rid of Back to the Future next turn.
All right.
With that heroic intuition, I can do. Well, I still won't be able to recover. Okay, if I'm exhausted. Okay, we'll figure it out. That's my turn.
All right. That's everybody. So draw up. Your hand size is +2, but your cards cost +1.
Yeah, I have 8 cards in hand.
3, 4.
Now the question is this a print? It doesn't matter.
4, 5, 6.
Each of it with a printed card.
7.
They brought that into play.
8.
I was gonna say that card could have been better if our 3s. Yeah, I don't have space for my player cards. Okay, there we go. So he's going to, now we don't have to do all that counting. He's just going to go up by 5. When he attacks us, we do the counting, but otherwise.
Okay.
So he's going to attack me for 4. Can I block with Moon Girl? Do you need a block, Brian?
I have 4 health. I can just block for myself.
All right. So I'm going to block with Moon Girl, and it's going to be 4, 5, 6. So she's out, and regroup puts her back in my hand, Steve?
Yeah, regroup puts all the allies back into hands.
All right. And then that's it. Then Rogue is getting attacked for 1 plus whatever. Really 2, because there's an amplify, plus the number of cards in your hand. Which is not exactly what it is.
Which is 3.
And there's 0 allies out there?
I'm defending. I defend for 3.
He's attacking you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, if there's 3 of a kind in your hand.
There's 3 of a kind in my hand, yeah.
So 5, he hits you for.
Okay, so 5, I defend 3, energy barrier for 1. I'll take 1. He takes 3 back.
43. All right. And then he's scheming here for 1 plus 4 plus 1 is 5, 6. So this goes to 11. Plus Scrambler plus Adam Warlock. So 13 out of 32. And then he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4. Eric, you have to return a support you control with the highest cost to your hand.
I don't control any supports.
Nice. So that's 4, and then Strobe is another 2, so that's 6, so it goes to 19. Woo! All right, then we get cards, and I get +1 for being so wonderful. Mutant Insurrection. Each minion gains tough. We have 3 minions. Oh, no. Toughness is not the same as tough. Never mind. When revealed, place 2 threat here for each Mutant Liberation Front character in play. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this. Gives minions tough. And this can be attacked with This can be thwarted using your attack stat. It has assault, which is a new thing. Captive Hope. Hope is exhausted. Man, we brought guns to a threat fight.
Seriously.
Overburdened for you, Brian. So choose to either discard a resource card or take 2 damage.
I'll just take the 2.
And it surges into Reaper. Nothing super special. You have to spend mentals when he attacks you. Home by Dawn is mine, so I will flip and exhaust. It's gone. And Advance. So he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. Eric, you have to discard a card and then draw a card.
Discard a card and draw a card. Got it.
This is at 22. My goodness.
Discard
Hope is
a
exhausted
card.
and passes to Rogue. All your cards cost +1 to play.
Yep. If I want to play
Yep.
Joe Costa right now, it costs me 6.
What?
I have Psionic Amnesia, which is +2 on allies, plus the main scheme, so it's +3 to play my allies right now. So
Brutal.
even my 2-cost allies are costing me 5, which means I am not playing allies right now, especially
Right.
because I can't exhaust and get rid of it because I'm exhausted.
I know, it's brutal.
So I am not looking so hot.
I think you look great.
So, unfortunately, I think I'm just discarding all of these allies. So I can put touched on the villain, I guess.
Okay.
Unless one of you, I gain stalwart, which means I can draw a card instead. Unless you know what? Let's put it on the villain. That way I can at least confuse him with going rogue.
Okay.
So I'm going
He
to
can't
touch the
be
villain.
confused because he's stalwart.
Okay, then never mind about that. Then I'll just put it on Cable, who's in alter ego. So I'm not doing that. Is anyone in hero form?
No.
Would it help you to touch a minion? Probably not.
No. I was trying to at least get the. Wait, I can touch any ally, right? I have hope.
You touch Hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll touch hope. That means I get 5 threat with going rogue.
All right. 5 threat. I think we bring this telepathic camouflage down and it gets completed.
Or, well, one. Yeah. If you're able to complete one of them now, Brian would be able to draw a card off of his skilled investigator. I don't know if that would help you.
Oh, I could do this under pressure and you could draw a card. Is that helpful, Brian, or not really?
Let's see. Southern. I could potentially play a Southern Cross.
Yeah, +1 cost is a killer.
Yeah,
even,
it is.
Even with the +2 hand size.
I mean, that it doesn't really matter. I don't think.
I could take 5 off of assemble the team and we could all get an ally.
You know what? That would be
Well,
beneficial
sorry.
for me.
It would be down to 7. When he gets rid of 4, I can play, but it won't be till my turn and I'm last, so it might not be super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wherever you think it's going to benefit us the most right now in terms of.
Right. Well, if we're not removing a lot of threat, I think the best spot is telepathic camouflage.
Sure.
I have 5 from going rogue
'Cause-
and potentially 2 from hope.
Yeah. I will be able to play even the odds.
You have 0 from Hope because she's exhausted.
Okay, then never mind about that. I will pay. Yeah, all right. I'll pay 4 to do my Southern Cross, which is 8 damage to something.
Okay. The easiest thing is to take out Strobe, otherwise we deal 8 damage to Stryfe. Probably just kill stuff that's in front of us.
I don't have overkill.
If you
Unfortunately.
put
All right.
touched on that, does it get overkill? But you already used.
I already put touched on hope, so I could have aerial for the additional threat removal. Yeah. Unless I didn't put it on hope, and then I removed 3 threat from that side scheme there that has 3.
Okay. Yeah. And then you get overkill.
Well, is it?
I thought that only had 3 on it.
It had 8 on it.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'll do the overkill thing.
Okay. So this will go down to 5, and then overkill 4, so he's down to 39.
Okay.
Steve, we're gonna come back. Don't give up on us.
I'm not. I'm just waiting. I still want to interfere because it's so complicated.
Down. Yeah, it is really complicated. I'm flipping down, and can he deal damage to me when I'm in alter ego? Because I might just
I don't think so.
Draw a card with safe house to at least get another card out of my deck.
Or is it better to heal too?
Seems smarter to heal if you're gonna have a bigger hand size, but it's up to. But I don't. You have a thought process I'm not thinking about.
It's just because I have 2 cards in hand, both costing 1. So.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason why I thought about that.
Oh, if you can play something, then yeah, it might make sense.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll just draw a card. Let me just draw a card. See what it is. Energy transfer. That's fine. I'll pitch.
Call you, Steve.
All right. I'm gonna spend 5. I'm gonna play. Oh wait, before I do this, I'm gonna exhaust. Get rid of that Memories of Armageddon. Shuffle it back into the deck there, or whatever it's going there.
Yeah, I don't know why you always say shuffle. It's some other card that shuffles in.
Yeah. So jackpot and pouches. Play Nick. Draw 3. 1, 2, double pistol and a white tiger. All right. I'm going to use her ability now. I'll put a reinforced suit to get jackpot out. I am going to spend 3 plus a lucky break for 4. I'm going to play White Tiger. I'm going to draw 2 more cards. All right. I'm going to use Pip the Pug to put Jackpot on top. I'm going to use the Safe House to draw Jackpot. It's never going to stop. All right. I still have Adam Warlock, who's what's his face, right? He's on.
Yeah, he's with Malice.
All right, I'm going to spend Jackpot to play Moira McTaggart. I'm going to flip up. I'm a mutant that flipped. I draw a card. Oh, man. I'm going to switch the first top card with this card. It's a Mariah. I'm going to spend 3 to play Mariah Hill. So we all draw a card. I'm going to spend 2 to play a regroup so I can play all this nasty stuff again. All right, next turn. All right, so I have 6 threat. I can use Maria. I can punch for 1 on Adam. Do you want me to keep him or?
You could punch for 1 there. It's fine, or you can get rid of this tough, and I can get rid of Reaper. You have Scrambler in front of you. Reaper's only going to scheme for 1, so yeah, it's fine. Take out Adam. I'll take out Scrambler, and then we'll get Reaper next turn.
Okay, so Maria's going to take out Adam?
Yeah.
All right, I have 4 threat removal as well.
Okay, 4 threat removal. I think we all try to... Are they in singletons?
2 and 2.
So we can either make it so Eric gets rid of these because these are each going to go to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could take 4 off of this. It would be down to 8. That would bring it down to 4. Then when you're ready, you could clear assemble the team and we could all put an ally into play.
Don't forget, we still need to get rid of that crisis so we can control the main.
He's going to do it when he plays even the odds?
Yes.
Oh, got it.
So I'll let you decide what happens. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I apologize. It's a puzzle.
Maybe since he has even the odds to remove stuff, then bring those 2 to 3 and 3. Let's clear some stuff
and just work our way slowly back.
Work our way back.
Everyone's going to draw a card from Mission Leader as well.
All right, cool. All right,
is that good. Hero?
I mean, I have a boatload of cards. Look at this.
I have to be in hero.
Correct.
You are. Got it. So everyone will draw one.
Sounds good.
I think we lost everyone, Brant. No one's talking.
I'm here.
Nobody's talking, but we have 11 viewers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, in terms
Could
of
be
the
a
chat.
Saturday night thing. People are rocking their
Song in the
babies to sleep.
background.
It's
or
all
whatever.
good. All right,
What
Steve, you
happens
good?
when we're drowning.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right, I'm recovering for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used Safe House to draw a card. Then I am flipping up. I'm going to spend a strength and another card to do a mind scan on Back to the Future, which will
There you
remove
go.
4 from it.
Did you heal? Are you exhausted?
I am now exhausted, but now I'm getting rid of Back to the Future, which will then ready me.
Trigger mission leader. Everyone draw.
Okay, so Back to the Future is gone. I ready, and then we draw, and then my skilled investigator will let me draw again. Nice, and there's an Overwatch. Perfect. So that will cost me 1 to put that out, though, correct?
Correct.
Yep,
Mhm.
okay. Well, it's worth it. So let's use this. I'm going to spend that to put an Overwatch on any one of those side schemes. It would be nice if we could.
Do you want to get rid of Assemble the Team, or Mutant Insurrection could go away completely?
Well,
Probably Mutant
also,
Insurrection.
the good news is I can put a Forced Amnesia out. I do have
Gotcha.
the 2 resources to do that. So I'm going to spend 2 resources first to do
I think
Forced.
Mutant Insurrection is the one that we need to forget, right?
Yeah.
So we don't
So
have
I've
to
got a
deal with
Forced
all that
Amnesia
pressure.
to play. So
Or this Under
whichever.
Pressure that has Surge.
Oh yeah, Under Pressure probably good. What's the other one? Extreme Measures is also pretty brutal.
There's no extreme measures.
No, but it's in the deck though.
Oh yeah, he can't. Yeah, right. He could wait, but I feel like we got to live in the now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captive Hope is one that would be good to get rid of too, but Hope's not as key in this one.
Right.
All right, yeah. So I say you attach it to assemble the team. So when you remove 4 there, we remove 4 more from Mutant Insurrection, and it also goes away.
Perfect. Okay, so yep, I got Overwatch out. Forced Amnesia is now in play. I'm going to spend these 3 resources. One of them is an energy to play even the odds. That is 4 from each side scheme, and for every side scheme that's defeated, will deal damage to the villain.
So 3 of them are going to be defeated.
And then that's taking
Under Pressure
4
and
off
living. Yeah. Under Pressure and Living Bomb are going to go in the victory display. So don't forget Victory. Living Bomb is there for you.
Living Bomb. That came out of.
It's Strife's card. It's Strife's. It's from Strife's set.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for it.
And then the 4 from the Overwatch
Living Bomb.
Mutant Insurrection. So he's going to take 3 damage. And then everybody with a skilled investigator can trigger it if they didn't trigger it yet.
No, I did already. That got rid of that. So build support I think is down to 4, and assemble the
you
team.
Have build support. I forgot. Yep.
Yeah, and then assemble the team should be down to 8.
Correct.
I believe. Okay, and then I can do a basic.
Actually, you know what?
Go ahead.
I can get rid of the 3 on Mutant Insurrection.
Okay.
So why don't you have Overwatch trigger build support, and we all put a helicarrier into play, right?
We can. I also have a basic 4 that I can do.
Okay. So 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So tell me again, which did you put into the victory display? Was it just Living Bomb?
Living Bomb and Under Pressure.
And Under Pressure.
Has the Forced Amnesia. Under Pressure.
And Forced Amnesia. Sorry, we slightly talked about it. I don't think we defined. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to finish off that build support?
So, yes, we're going to do that right now. So,
what's your question, Eric? Sorry, I don't know if I answered it.
Doesn't matter which card you put 2 into the victory display.
Well, the key is Under Pressure with Forced Amnesia. I think makes the most sense. It's a surge with an amplify icon.
Yeah,
feels like something we don't want to deal with.
Yeah, whichever. So now we have 3 in the victory display. Okay. Now I'm going to do a basic to remove the remaining threat off of build support.
Perfect.
That goes in the victory display. Everyone grabs a support with a cost of 3 or less. And
Helicarrier is up for grabs.
Is my helicarrier in my hand?
I will, thanks to Dragon Lord, make the debut of my Steve Carrier.
Did he send it? Oh, you printed it.
All right,
Yeah.
so we each get a Steve
no
Carrier.
combat
I
guy.
have a Steve Carrier as well.
Yes. So I too have a Steve Carrier.
You know what? For the finale, I'll dig out my Steve carrier.
Same. I'll
There you
go get
go.
mine.
That is how much I care about making fun of Steve.
Same.
It's awesome. I love it. Thank you, boys.
Yep. Oh, so Enforced Amnesia, that was from something else. So that's living.
And for people who
That's-
are like, WTF, Steve Carrier,
Right.
this was made for us. Oh no, my camera won't
Yep.
focus.
Here.
As long as you ask, you can have it.
There we go. I can't tell if mine's in focus.
Choose the Steve Kimmel player, reduce the resource cost. Next card that player plays by 1. We're obviously still playing them as helicarriers. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Acnid says, I'm just lurking, trying to get things done. Good old multitasking. Steve Carrier never dies. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
Steve is the only one that can use this without asking. Just
Right.
It says right there at the bottom.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to Brian B. Yes. That I believe completes my turn. So we still have assemble the team, and that has 8 on it.
I had a plan, and then I did so much other people's turns. All right, I'm going to use 2 to play Nakia. Nakia is going to make my next card 1 cheaper. I'm going to mark Scrambler.
And for whoever's remaining, don't forget I have a Steve Carrier you can use.
I'm going to
Same.
flip up.
It
You
feels
have
so
two
good to
keys.
say that.
Now, if Moon Girl costs 4, can I pay 4 cards to draw 4? I believe I
No.
can. If she's
Well,
not limited
she
to 3,
costs 4.
you just can't get cards for overpaying, correct? It's not that you're limited by the printed
yeah.
value.
No,
It's
I
just by the
think
cost.
I absolutely think that would work because her
Yeah.
value is currently 4, which means
Mhm.
that's what it takes to pay for her. So
I would concur.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Everybody
Let's go
agree
for
with
it.
me, and life works best.
Right.
All right.
Is that an original comment or is that from like a movie or something? Because that's awesome.
No, I think that's Brent's motto.
Yeah.
There you go. So now the question is, do I no quarter into the fray? But I think I into the fray. So I will use my suit.
I have a
And
Steve
my-
Carrier.
Steve
I also have a
Carrier.
Steve Carrier.
But
Steve
I'm good. Well, okay. I'll use 2 Steve Carriers. I'll into the fray Scrambler, and I'll embiggen it.
So it costs 4,
So-
right?
Yep. Costs 4. It deals 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's going to be 8 overkill and 8 threat removal to bring this down to 14.
Nice. Did we just turn with Paige?
Yeah, we're pretty
I hope
close.
so.
We're pretty close. All right. Then I really
I
want to
have
get
2
this
life
Sunfire
left.
out to get rid of his psionic amnesia. But should I put Snow Guard out instead? Is she way better?
No, get rid of his sonic amnesia. Like
Oh.
when
So
we
I
can
will
make him
use-
naked, yeah, for sure.
Wolverine. I don't really need to get rid of threat, do I? At this
I
point?
think we go damage.
All right. So Wolverine and no quarter and sneak by will play Sunfire and Snow Guard will trigger it. And I will discard Brian your psionic amnesia.
Oh my
I thought
god.
you were saying you were discarding Brian.
Yeah,
I will
he's going to
discard
discard me. out of the
Brian,
game.
get out of here.
Is it on the villain though? Or is it just any attachment?
It just says anything with
Yeah.
oh wait. It says hero action or hero response, and this only says response. So I probably cannot get rid of it.
Yeah, semantics. But yeah.
I'm sorry, Brian. I tried so hard for you.
Back up your play then. That's fine.
It's hero action or hero response.
Yeah, I know, but this doesn't say hero response. It just
It
says
says
response.
response.
Oh, okay.
All right, so probably Snow Guard instead of Wolverine, or should I get Wolverine out?
Why don't you get Wolverine out and
Slash
pierce
and
through
dash.
that Reaper?
stepping away
set
for a
up-
moment.
and then set up your no quarter.
4, 5. That's actually a really good call, Brian. I like that. All right, so 5 to put a Wolverine out, slash this guy for 3. That was a beautiful idea. Unfortunately, I can't play both because it's so costly.
Well, I mean, probably
but it's
next
set up,
turn,
like
right?
you said.
But
All right,
did
and
you
then I
use
will
all the
remove
Steve
2
carriers?
threats and assemble the team. Is there another Steve carrier?
Yeah, there was
Uh,
mine. There was Eric's, and I think Brian has one.
Yeah, I don't know what he spent for
He
Into
used
the
2.
Fray. He used 2. Okay, so he used his own plus 2 of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have 1 still.
All right. So I'll use those on Wolverine, and then I'll use 2 sneak buys and my suit to play no quarter, go through Reaper. 6, so I draw 5. I know it's not draw, but it's the easiest way for me to say it.
Yep.
I put 3 in my hand. Oh, do I get rid of a wiggle room though?
No.
Never.
So I just hold these cards because I can't play them.
No. Just spend it.
Yeah, clearly spend it.
Okay. I got all these blockers, right?
And they're all
Okay.
coming back to hand, by the way. Eh? All the blockers are coming back to hand.
Oh, you played regroup?
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right. Wow. We have almost turned a corner here. I feel like if we don't get hosed on this turn, we will turn the corner.
We all have 7 hands. I need an extra card. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, draw it. Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
We all have a 7 hand size. What do you mean 7? I have 8.
Am I able to flip down? Definitely not. I don't think I drew off a safe. I'm sure I did. I had a pile of cards. I'm not going to get greedy.
So
I drew a wiggle room. Look at that. Although maybe I don't even want it.
I mean, it costs you 1. It costs you your suit, right?
That's a good point. It cost me. That's hilarious. All right. This is going up by 5 to 19 out of 32.
It's still pretty high.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't crush us this turn, and then we can bring it way down, you know? All right. His mind scans should start to get really powerful, too.
I also have the superpower adaptation in hand.
All right.
Sorry
He's
about that.
scheming against you for 1. And you're confused, Brian.
Oh, God. It just goes from bad to worse. There's always 1.
21.
Yes, you can become stalwart.
Yes, that's true. Actually, if I want mind scan, that's going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
Domino, you're getting attacked. I have 2 blockers if you want them.
No. I'm going to take Nick Fury. Bring him back to my hand.
+2. Nick is gone.
Yeah.
Cable, you're getting attacked. I have a blocker if you want it.
White Tiger is going to block.
Okay, well, thank you.
But I'm not allowed to use it.
No.
Right.
Guess
And then he's
not.
attacking me, and Moon Girl is
No.
going to block.
Fine.
Attach this card to the activating enemy. So he has a telekinetic force field. So when he would take any amount of damage, we prevent damage. If it's 2 or more, then it's discarded. So he prevents all damage until we get 2. Moon Girl goes back to my hand. Yeah, you definitely do need a Steve carrier. There should be one in every household. All right. And now that's everybody. So we get cards and no bonus card.
Nice.
Although Steve and I have bonus cards, so it's a little false. Mind alteration. It gets better for you, Brian.
Yep.
After you play an event or upgrade, take a damage. After you recover, spend a mental and discard this card. You might actually be recovering now. Technovirus
definitely have to.
Resurgence is going to bring your Technovirus Purge back, Eric.
Oh, okay.
Cerebral Erasure. Steve, you have to return an upgrade or support you control to your hand.
I'll bring back the dog.
Eric, you get Samurai. Fodder for me. 0 comes in with toughness. And I get Shadow of the Past.
Nice. All right. Regroup is gone.
And this hope passes over. She is exhausted to Domino. She's stunned, has a damage, and is exhausted. So good luck.
So me. All right. Well, let's get us. Let's go.
Everybody has to discard cards from the top of their deck. So I need to know the number of allies plus personas that you have. I have 3.
How many do we discard?
Hold on. Just give me the number first.
Wait,
The sum of these numbers. 5.
allies and personas in play?
Correct.
Oh,
0.
I have 0 as well.
All right. So everybody has to discard 5 cards off the top of their deck.
And when that happens, I deck out.
I too deck out.
Oh, so it
So
should have
that's
been
2 extra cards.
Yep. So harvest, exhaust all personas in play.
Okay, that's
yeah.
0 for me.
And he heals. So he goes to 30. And Eric gets assault. So he's attacking you again.
I'm gonna Maria Hill that.
Okay, thank you.
Which means
And it's
regroup,
blocked.
right?
And Maria Hill goes back to your hand.
Yep.
All right, now we're good. Sorry. I need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I
it is
believe
Steve's
Domino's
turn,
first.
and you're just going to have to talk your way through for 2 minutes.
Right.
All right, we can. Okay, I'm just gonna show you the turn's gonna be stupid because I'm gonna spend 5 for Beast. I'm gonna bring back Jackpot. I'm gonna spend 3 for Maria Hill. Everyone's gonna draw a card.
Thank you.
I'm gonna spend 5 for Nick Fury. I'm gonna draw 3 extra cards, and then I'm gonna spend 4 for White Tiger. Draw 2 extra cards. So yeah, it's gonna get dumb. I'm just gonna wait for him to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Man, this +1 cost is killing me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blah blah.
Oh, you hush.
It's not that
Okay.
bad.
okay, so you're gonna pay for that. I guess once again I can get rid of my jacket because eventually you're gonna get it for me.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
I mean, it's just +1 attack, +1 thwart, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And
Right
it's
now,
probably better
Yeah.
to. Oh wait, you just decked out, so I can't get a mind scan now. No.
Well, if you can wait, I can probably play and even the odds on my turn. Depending on what is
I'm
really
last-
needed.
I'm last to go, anyways.
Okay.
So
So what?
I'm also confused. So ugh.
Okay.
So
Well,
it doesn't
You
really
won't get
matter.
confused if you go and touch somebody.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I keep forgetting. I'll touch people, and when I touch them, I'm superpowered.
Touch me.
Go on and touch me, baby.
Can't you see that I am not afraid?
1, 2.
What was
And
that promise?
that.
That you
We'll get that out. Then that can go 1, 2,
Pay for you.
I missed the chair.
and then.
Brant, how could you do that?
I went downstairs and my whole family's still awake, and I'm like, what's going on? But I guess there was just hecticness, but it was fine. And then I came up and missed the chair.
You sat down too
Nice.
fast. All right.
All right, what did I miss on Steve's turn?
No, so I'm gonna. It's
Draw a
pretty
card. Brought up Maria Hill.
Oh, wait. So I'm gonna spend 5 to play Beast. I'm gonna bring Jackpot back. I'm gonna spend 5 to play Nick Fury. I'm gonna draw 3. I'm gonna spend 3, 4 to play White Tiger. I'm gonna draw 2. I'm gonna spend my Steve Carrier and a good workout to play Maria Hill. Oh wait, I'm gonna thwart for 2 with Beast.
Okay, what is our... I'm sorry, this is the puzzle right now. There's 3 with 8, 1 with 6, and the main scheme has 21. I have an Into the Fray for the main. What?
I have
So
even the odds.
So we maybe want to just deal with assemble the team and all get an ally?
Yep, that's the plan.
All right, sounds
So
good.
Beast removes 2.
Got it.
So now I get rid of Beast, play Maria Hill.
So is this your second time with
No,
Maria?
first Maria Hill. Draw card.
All right, draw a card. Got it.
All right. So that's played. That's played. That's played. All right. How much threat is on the big one?
21.
No, sorry. The assembled the team.
4, which I'll take
So
care
he can
of.
play even the odds right now.
Wait. Remove 2 with Nick Fury.
Okay.
I can try to lower one of your guys.
If you remove another 2 from the one with the hazard, then even the odds if it's removing 4 will clear 2 schemes.
All right.
I just removed 2 from it.
Yeah, but he's got another 2 ally to
From
work
Black
with.
Tiger.
All right. Sounds good. So
So
that's
you can
down
bring
to
that
4
down
as
to
well.
4. So we have 2 at 4, and we have
2 at 8.
1 more and 2 at 8. So if there's any more instances that you can bring down to 4, then he can clear with even the odds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have Maria that can thwart for another 2.
I just did that. So I did
no,
Nick, Maria, and Beast so far. Is there more than that?
And White Tiger. And White Tiger.
Okay, so then I will do one of these. This one has a when defeated, so maybe we just want to get Hope back.
Yeah, let's do it. So now I'll call for an action.
Calling for an action. Okay, so now we want to play even the odds. Okay, so I will use my Steve Carrier and these 2 to play. Oh, yeah, Steve, do you mind if I use my Steve Carrier?
No, you can
Thank
go.
you. Okay. And then I'll pitch these 2, even the odds. So that is 4 from each side scheme.
Once again, I'm
including
gonna
Technovirus.
miss out on the the draw
But
card
you will
draw.
get the mission planning, right?
Yeah, mission planning is everyone.
Yep.
Right.
So that will trigger mission planning. That will also trigger skilled investigator.
Wait, so the when defeated triggers first.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the when
So
defeated?
everybody goes and gets an ally. I have Nick. Let me know if I can get Nick. You already have Nick in play?
I'm going to bring out Beast, which is going to get rid of Nick.
Oh, no. The when defeated just makes this an action. So hold off. The when defeated is flip this card over. So
Right.
then we
call
2
for an
damage
action
to the villain, right? And then skilled investigators and mission planning, mission team, mission something or other, mission coordinator. So draw off of those.
Wait, how many cards are we drawing right now? I'm missing something.
One off
one
of-
or 2 if you have a skilled investigator.
Right, which you do.
Okay. I'm not in hero form, so I'm just drawing 1.
Okay.
And are we getting rid of Did we get rid of the one that gets us an ally?
Now you can take an action to do that. Yes. So now
Which
we
I
all
don't
go
have
get
to
an
yet.
ally.
All right.
Well,
I can either grab Professor X or I can grab Deadpool.
Oh, and wait, is it an alter ego action?
I think it's an anything action.
but we can choose when we want to do it, right? So I don't have to do it now.
No, it's now.
We all do it when the
Each
person says
player-
do it. Is it bad for you because you need to play a card first, Brian?
No, not really.
All right.
I'll just grab an ally.
All right. So I'll bring back Beast.
I'll get Snowballs. What do you call her?
Yeah, Snowballs is good. Snow Guard, yeah. I like Snowballs. So Nick Fury goes away. Beast brings back my triple.
I guess I'll bring out Deadpool.
Oh, you also have Technovirus.
It's already gone.
No, it's not. It
has
has
one
one
left, right?
remaining on it,
Yeah.
which I'm about to take care of when it gets back to my turn.
All right. So Beast can punch for 2, thwart for 2. I'll let you decide.
Oh, I would love. Oh, he can't take damage, right? So why don't you put 2 on Samurai?
All right. I will then
Or we could thwart the main for 2. I'll just put 2 on Samurai. I apologize. It's hard to figure it all out.
Sure.
Okay, I'll let you figure it out. I'm going to spend 3 for a command team, so I can ready some characters at one point.
It's so true, Mark, but it's a classic Brian game where just all the cards come after Brian. Like, it seems to happen to Brian more often than the rest of us.
It also makes sense because I'm just touching everybody with my touch, anyways. So,
all right. So
I did get that reference.
So here it is. I have 1, 2 for a regroup, and if I can have a Steve carrier, I can replay my dog, or I can replay Lucky and Good, which is good.
Yeah, it's fine. You can have mine.
Yeah, you can have mine. No, you can take mine.
All right, so I guess I'll put the dog out. I think I'm at 4 health, so I think I should go down.
You're good.
I can do some more damage, so I can punch or I can deal damage before I go down.
Can we get rid of
when
Samurai?
you go down, you just recover, and then you.
How much do you punch for? 2?
2.
Sure. Hit Samurai.
All right.
I'll see if I can double play into the fray.
All right. And on that note, I'm going to go down. I'll use Pip the Pug to put Jackpot on top. And
are you just doing shenanigans and he can start his turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Eric.
And okay. Safe House will heal me for 2.
Got that. Okay, so why don't I'll do a basic to remove the last threat off of Technovirus Purge, which will then ready me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can thwart for 4. So I can do another basic and remove that side scheme that has 4.
Okay, if you do,
yes.
The player who defeats this has to return an upgrade or support to their hand.
To their hand?
Yeah, so
okay.
Like your barrier that you already spent or something.
Or I can do my skilled. I can just return skilled investigator back to my hand.
Also
Hope
true.
is exhausted and stunned.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you can return your skilled investigator and then pay for it. Yep, you're good.
So we do that. Skilled investigator comes back into my hand. Okay. Then
I got a thing for you. Then just swap it. Skilled investigator goes to your hand. When you clear this one. Oh, never mind. You can't. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. No worries. Okay, let's do. I'm going to spend pouches and this to get out my Gray Malkin. Okay. Can he take damage? I don't know what point we're Stryfe.
He can't. Yeah, Well, the next source of damage is blocked. And if it does 2 or more, then we discard this card.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Oh, I could have just hit with Beast then.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay, so I'll use one of my command tokens and hit with Beast for 2.
Oh, and keep the thing on Samurai?
No.
Instead of hitting Samurai?
No. In addition.
Okay. That's what I was saying, and you said, no.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Then let me do... bummer. No, I've got that. Okay. So Deadpool can remove those 2 threat on that side scheme that's infringing Hope.
Okay.
Is there any way that I could have that to draw a card?
Oh, yeah. You can just remove 2 from the main.
Yeah. We'll have Deadpool take 2 off the main. Okay. Then let's do. What is the main at? I'm just thinking if I can flip down this turn.
Oh, you can flip. I'm going to try to double into the fray.
Okay. So let me do. Shoot. Well, here, I can use Gray Malkin to bring my skilled investigator back out. Then I can. I'll pitch these 2 to get out Professor. Then I will flip down. I'll recover for 2. And I can have Professor draw a card just to see if it's anything. Oh, it's a strength, so I'll definitely hold on to that. And then that wraps up my turn. Oh, before I flip, no, because I'm stunned. I couldn't do that. So never mind. I was going to say I could have used my plasma rifle, but I'm still stunned.
Just so you guys are aware, I am retconning the ally that I grabbed.
Okay. So who are you bringing out instead?
I brought out Victor, but I'm bringing out Gambit because I realized I don't have.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. I'm going to use my Steve Carrier, my suit, my martial prowess, and Locust to play into the fray. I guess I don't care about Hall of Heroes, right? It's just kind of a pain. So
Yeah.
I will use my attack training or my warrior skill rather to mark 0. Oh wait, if I kill him and he has guard and patrol, can I not remove from the main scheme until he's dead?
Yeah, you got to kill. No, but he's going to be defeated, and then you're good.
Okay, cool. All right, and then I'll use Locust to play into the fray, and I will embiggen it. So that's 11. So 1 here. 6, 11. Yep. So that's 10 damage and 10 threat removal. So this goes down to 9. He goes to 18. And then I will bring it back. And then I will use 1, 2, 3, 4 to play into the fray again on Samurai. Kill him. Remove all the threat from the main.
Okay.
Yep. And then, unfortunately, I didn't get rid of Thomas Edison, if anybody can do that. And, yeah, I've got an extra snow guard here. I'll flip down and do shenanigans. Somebody can go.
All right. I will start by recovering for 3. I'll pitch Brother Voodoo, which is a mental, and discard the mind alteration that I have on me.
Should I give Hope attack training or should I give it to Wolverine?
Wolvie. I know.
Wolvie.
Oh, no, give it to Hope because I can activate her twice.
Okay. Cool beans.
All right, you are discarding what, Brian? The mind alteration.
The mind alteration. I'm pitching that.
You're good.
I will then flip up. I will put touched on Cable, which means I'm stalwart. I'm no longer confused.
Yep.
I will use Def Focus, X Gene, and this reboot to do Going Rogue on the side scheme. That will remove that, and I will draw 2 because I'm stalwart and my other thing.
Nice.
I will then.
Thank you, Mark.
Use strength and energy to do a Southern Cross to deal 6 damage and draw 1 card.
We don't really care about Thomas Edison, right?
No.
Oh, I can kill Thomas Edison with Gambit, so it goes straight to the 6s for him.
Got it.
Yes. All right. And then you don't have a telekinetic blast in the discard there, do you? Eric?
Let me check.
So here's the big thing to know about Stryfe Stage 3. Do you guys know that he gets basically a built-in retaliate?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
so he has, when you attack him, he doesn't get retaliate. When you attack him, you take X damage, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in your hand.
So you have to play your hand first, then attack.
Correct. Or if you're playing events from your hand, you want to spend the cards in your hand first.
Okay.
But it's not retaliate, so you can't ignore it with ranged.
I'm assuming you don't, Eric?
So you're asking about my discard pile?
Yeah.
No, I do not. The only events I have is basically I just have threat removal.
All right.
And you is not your allies. I feel bad. I feel like I'm bringing up an annoying topic.
Gambit kills Edison.
Nice. Is you your allies? If your allies attack Stryfe, do they take that? Do you take that damage?
1, 2, 3.
Actually, well, Brian, would it be helpful? Because technically I haven't drawn up my hand yet, and I was holding on to a telekinetic blast. So I could have discarded it at the end of my turn.
I think you
Well,
can't
then it would
discard
be in my
until
discard
the
pile.
end of everybody's turn. Correct?
Oh,
it
Or
is
you
at the end of
discard at the end of
everybody's
your
turn?
own turn.
it won't
Okay.
matter.
All right, apologies.
I'm just gonna spend what I have left to put out a energy barrier and a pistol instead, just to D up.
How many side schemes are in the victory display, Eric?
4.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna.
Pistol for 1.
All right, we have cleared the board. There's no threat. He's at 11. He has 80 on his next stage with some nasty retaliate. But I mean, that's it. We
So
good?
a question for the group. Now that I'm down with Professor, I will be able to search basically for a player side scheme. Do you guys want me to bring out superpower training? Do you want me to bring out lock and load?
Whatever. I have none of my upgrades out, so I can.
Okay.
I mean,
whatever.
you already have your plasma, so if you don't have another weapon, I can put a
I do.
sidearm on Hope.
I have scimitar, which I
Okay.
can bring out.
So that's not terrible, but I mean, the other one gives us an upgrade.
It's an identity specific upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, mine would just help with moving threat, so it's not great for me.
My identity specific upgrade would get me my rose jacket, which I just pitched.
Okay.
So it's kind of just your choice, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's not. It's just whatever you decide is fine. We don't really need them, but it's worth it for you to do it because it's cheap.
Sure.
And
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I will.
I like seeing a handful of double resources.
I know. I'm
Of
gonna
the
have
greatest hero ever.
She is
the greatest.
I thought that's Deadpool, right?
No.
Isn't he the greatest hero ever? It's a self-fulfilled prophecy, right?
This is going up to 6 out of 32. Oh, I didn't use the safe house. I am good. Perfect. Brian, we can hear stuff in the background now. Just
Yeah,
so
one sec.
All right. Hope readies.
Yay!
And Steve, you were getting attacked for 1 plus your hand thing.
No, I'm alter ego.
Oh. Is everybody alter ego except Brian? Cool. 1, 2, 3. This goes to 9.
I'm gonna block all of the Brian cards.
1, 2, 3, 4. This goes to 13. 1. I am stunned. That stinks. 14. Brian is getting attacked when he's ready.
Blocking with White Tiger or Maria Hill. I think Maria Hill.
All right. She's out.
Back to hand.
I mean, I won't say anything yet. You get mental transferal.
Who's that?
So after Stryfe takes damage, you take an equal amount, Steve.
And how do I get rid of it?
When that happens. So you make sure that Brian doesn't play telekinetic blast.
Right. Just ping him for 1 or something.
Eric, you get telekinetic wave. Return an upgrade or support you control to your hand, and then he activates against you. 1,
Okay.
2,
So
3.
skilled investigator.
And then you have to... Yep, good.
Yep. Go ahead.
And then he schemes against you for 3, and you have to return your highest support to your hand.
Steve Carrier.
I get the same thing. So I have to return any upgrade or support? Gosh.
How many times you get them?
It's all the same, right? They all come out cheaper.
Yeah.
Then he activates against me. 1, 2. So this goes to 19. Wow. So he went from 0 to 19. And then gang up on Brian. So whatever the other
beautiful.
one is.
I will. No.
And it's
White Tiger.
Okay.
And it's a +4.
Nice.
All right. Hope is stunned, but passes to Eric.
Cool.
This is it,
Okay.
boys.
Action.
91 health to victory. 91 damage to victory.
Plasma
Okay.
pistol can ping for 1 if you want.
Yep, do it.
Boo.
Yeah.
It's not it has to be an attack, right?
If
Can't we? No.
You're
Takes
right.
damage.
It doesn't have. Oh, there
All
you
right.
go.
Well,
Doesn't have to
since
be
we-
an
After
attack.
Stryfe takes any amount of damage. So you
All
take
right.
1, Steven's gone.
All
Down
right.
to
So
5.
since we're going for damage, I'm going to use Professor to grab lock and load. So that goes into my hand. And then I will use Safe House to draw a card, which is an Overwatch. We don't have any side schemes in play except now there's lock and load. Okay. That's going to have 8 on it. Okay, cool. So let me flip up. Then, and how much is on the main? Looks like maybe 19.
19.
Okay. And he has how much health?
10 remaining, and then 80 on his next side, but he has that whole retaliate like thing.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So if I do that, I can play a telekinetic blast.
And I believe, if I'm correct, Steve, he would do that when you flip him, right? Because you'd flip him, and now he'd have that forced response.
Correct, because he's defeated.
Just
first.
like having retaliate? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because he's defeated first, and then he's going to get all that damage response stuff.
Okay, I'm going to exhaust to get rid of my stunned.
Or you
Okay.
can just use your scimitar, the gun there.
The plasma rifle?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm about to ready because I'm going to get rid of lock and load
Oh, okay.
in just a second. So let me do. Well, actually, yeah. To Steve's point, let me do that instead. Because then I just have to spend a energy to do that.
Yep.
Right. Which of course is that. Okay. So spend that plasma rifle. That gets rid of my stunned. Cable will do a basic for 4 off of lock and load.
Yep.
Okay, taking it down to 4. Then I will do.
Mission leader will not trigger because I'm an alter ego.
Okay.
You can thwart with hope for 4, and then thwart yourself for 4, if that's what you're looking to try to do.
Yeah. Well, first let me do this. I'm going to spend 1 to get out my skilled investigator again. Then let me use 1, 2, and my Gray Malkin to play a mind scan. And then that will remove 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off of lock and load.
Okay,
So
everybody gets a
everyone
weapon.
can now grab a weapon upgrade with a cost of 3 or less. So I'm going to now bring out Scimitar.
Is it deck or discard?
Deck or
Yep.
discard? Yep.
I'm going to attach a sidearm to Hope, so now she punches for 2 more.
Okay.
Cool.
I have
Okay.
a plasma pistol in play again.
We got that. Scimitar has that. That readied Gray Malkin. Then I'm going to use Gray Malkin. I need to spend 4? So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4 to do a telekinetic blast. That's going to deal 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Okay.
Okay,
He's
Brian, I
gonna
do.
flip.
What's up?
He flips to the next stage.
Okay.
And quickly, Eric, you take damage equal to the most common type of card in your hand.
That would be 1.
You take 1 damage.
Yep.
You
I
take it
listen-
well.
Because I listened to Steve. That's why.
What? Don't start spreading lies all over this channel.
Oh, that's right. My skilled investigator would have let me have drawn a card. And then I will use this
skilled
and this.
investigator triggered for card draw.
Yeah.
Well, from
Yep.
earlier, yeah.
Okay. I didn't
oh.
factor that in.
Also, by using my telekinetic blast, that triggers Scimitar that deals 2 damage to an enemy, which I guess that was because he then flipped. So I don't know what the timing is. This is a hero response.
Yep. So now it would happen after the force response, but it's an
Perfect.
attack, so it'll deal you a damage.
Okay, so one. That's right, because he now has retaliate. Right.
No, he has deals damage.
Yeah, it's like retaliate, but it can't be prevented, basically.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will pitch these two to get out Ascani Sun. And that is then my turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Lastly, Deadpool can. So if Deadpool attacks him,
If you have no cards in hand, then you're fine.
Yeah.
correct. I have no cards in hand. So we could have Deadpool attack for 2, or he could thwart for 2.
I think we should thwart. It's at 19.
Okay, he thwarted for 2.
And
Okay.
Hope never thwarted.
Correct. I did not use Hope.
So she can thwart for 4.
Oh, can't she attack? How much is he attacking for? 4?
She's stunned.
No, I'm. Oh, she's stunned. Yeah. So then she would either get rid of her stunned, or she can thwart for 4.
Well, why don't you go and then I'll command team her.
Okay. I think we should thwart because I don't think we're going to deal 80 damage this turn, right?
I can remove a bunch of threat, so don't worry too much about threat.
All right. Well, then I'll have her punch for this. The second one, she gets rid of her stun, right? Or do you want me to put the 4 threat back on?
And then...
Okay. Then she punches for. Are you 3? So she punches for 5.
I am
73.
No, I am. My basic is a 4 because I have a heroic intuition and the Technovirus Purge.
Right, but that heroic intuition doesn't count for punching.
Oh, so I'm sorry. My attack is a 3. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I will use Nakia and 2 doubles to play Nick Fury. Draw 3. There are no enemies. So I will use Amir Khan to put a card back on the bottom of my deck and draw. I will use a double to play my suit back down. I will flip up and exhaust to get rid of my stunned. Then go from there. Snow Guard removes 3 threat. Wolverine will just heal and stay there. You're saying punch with Nick Fury then?
Yeah, just go.
71. Suit plus prowess. Plus, I'll save my Steve Carrier. Warrior skill. Plays no quarter, which deals 8 damage. 63. But hold on. I didn't want to do it that way, right? So these 2 instead. I won't use these 2 so that I have fewer events in my hand.
Yep.
So then I will take damage. I will take 2 damage. Go to 8. Then I will use Hall of Heroes and Marked to play Bruno. And then I will play this no quarter. I have another no quarter. All right. Then I will use the suit and this and big hands to play no quarter for 6. 57.
Sweet.
I'm done.
My turn?
And I have a helicarrier. No, it's Rogue. Brian gets turns in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do also get turns.
I have a skilled Steve Carrier.
All right. How much does Mind Scan hit for?
I love what Mustache says. The lies have been spread, and I will now pass them along.
+5, so it's going to be 8.
It's going to be 8.
But Steve said he's got threat removal down. He said punch.
Down. All right.
If you can play Telekinetic Blast.
That's what I was trying to ask about Telekinetic Blast. I was just trying to...
It deals 11 damage.
It deals 11?
Yeah, that deals 11.
I think there's 5 in the side schemes victory display.
So if I
but I think Eric might be AFK.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure it out because the
your
thing is
microphone went off, Eric. We
There
can't
we go.
hear you.
Yep. I was eating, so I moved the microphone away. So apologies.
All of a sudden, I
Anyway,
hear you like, "I'm here. What are you saying?"
Yeah, exactly. But yes, there is 5 in the victory
So it deals
display.
11.
I'm just
So
trying
yes,
to figure out
Brian,
how
I've
to.
got both a mind scan and a telekinetic
Yeah,
blast.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do damage and not die because everything in my hand is events. So as soon as I hit him once, I'm just gonna kill myself, pretty much.
So you want to remove threat first, is what you're saying?
So I'm trying to. So I do have a plasma pistol for 1. So let's just start there.
It's not an attack.
That's not an attack. That's right. So if I put touched on Cable, and then just do a Southern Cross, I will get hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ouch.
What? How big is your hand?
Dude, you guys, I had an 8 hand and you guys drew me extra cards.
So can you pay 4 in events for Southern Cross? Don't use double resources?
So, yeah, actually, give me a sec. I mean, you
Don't
make
use your
good
double
points.
resources.
The
I
thing
can
is,
also-
I'm not using any double resources. I'm just using X Gene, Deft Focus, Victor, and the Helicarrier.
Don't use any of that stuff. Use that for your second event.
Because I'm trying to. Okay, so you know what? That can be the energy transfer, which is after. I could spend 1, 2, 3, and 4 bulletproof bell. No. Keep the bulletproof bell for a second. I don't think I want to go in rogue. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this math. I was trying to do it earlier. So if I pay the 4 of you.
While
that leaves
Brian's
me
doing
with
that, I
3
do have a
events.
question for you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
So my cards like Ascani-san, plasma rifle, whatever, where it says spend an energy resource, and then you get to do this, right? The left to the fate main scheme, right? So I wouldn't have to spend 2 resources, right?
Correct. Because you're not
won't
paying
increase.
for
Right,
a player card,
I'm
correct?
right. I'm not playing for the player card.
Or is
Right.
that in direct contradiction to Power in all of us paying for CITT?
I don't know. This says increase the resource cost to play each player card by 1.
Yeah,
Well,
playing a
I'm
card
not
is not
playing the
paying
card,
for a
right?
card.
I'm just
Yeah,
doing
I
the
agree.
hero
Playing the card.
action or hero response. Okay.
No, you don't have to pay additional.
All right, I'm probably not taking the telekinetic blast, but I'm still gonna touch Cable.
Boo.
You should. I can just heal you. I have a first aid. I can first aid you.
Well, the thing is I want to do the Southern Cross to draw me the card to make this math a little bit easier. I think.
Okay. Well, let me
We
know.
also have
if you need to heal.
helicarriers, Steve carriers, yeah.
Because if I spend super powered
That's
to
one.
get the telekinetic blast, right? That cost me 1 to do that. So these 2 cards are gone. The thing is I'm trying to get these repurposes into the mix and just like ready attack, right?
But that's not good because you're going to take damage every time unless you're doing it as your last thing.
I would, but
Like
yeah, I would.
you're
that
way
would be the
more
last-
damage.
Bless you.
You're way more damage efficient to not do the repurposes and just grab the one event, right?
Yeah.
It might not be as fun. I will give you that.
Sorry, this is taking me a while here. I'm just trying to.
You're good.
It also might not matter either way. Not to
Yeah, I
take
don't
away
think.
that
Yeah,
joy of figuring
sorry.
out the math, but like
1, 2,
unless
3.
he does something incredible, I feel like we have it in the bag.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just gonna make this simple and stop thinking about it. I'm gonna put touched on Cable. I will then pay 4, which are pretty much. You know what? I'll just pay all the events that I have instead. I'll pay these 4 events to do the Southern Cross.
Yep.
Which is going to deal 6 damage. Draw me a card. I only have 2 events, 3
I think
events
you deal
left in
him
hand.
6 damage. How
Yeah,
much does
I
it
deal-
deal you?
Yeah, I deal him 6 damage. I draw 1 card. I will take 3 in return because I have 3 events.
Yep.
So that's going to be 2 energy barriers,
Got it. Nicely done.
and I take 1.
He's down to 48.
Okay.
Okay. I will then attack him.
Okay.
for 2.
Okay.
Which
46.
means I take another 3 damage. So energy barrier again.
1 or 2?
2 times 2.
Sorry. 44.
And I take 1. I will then use these 3 to do energy transfer. It's going to transfer over to him. I heal for 2. That won't deal me any damage.
He takes 2.
He takes 2, correct.
And you ready?
And I ready. I will then punch him for 2. And I'll take another 2.
Yep. 40.
I will then pay and repurpose this plasma pistol. Ready myself for attacking. And now I'll punch for 4 and take 1.
Yep. 36.
And then I'll use Jocasta, repurpose this energy barrier. Ready, punch for 6. I don't take any damage.
30.
And then Gambit will punch for 3.
27.
Nice. Good
All
turn,
you,
Brian.
Steve.
All right.
Sorry, it
Agreed.
took me a while to get there.
No, you did it.
You were good.
That sounded great.
Yeah, that was a good turn.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my Steve Carrier and Jackpot to play White Tiger, and I'll draw 3.
Also, I didn't know if I can flip down or not.
Oh,
Yeah. You totally can.
Okay, I'm going to flip down and heal, just to be sure.
Yeah. I'm going to switch Reinforced suit with my Jackpot. I am going to spend 4 to play Adam Warlock. I'm going to use Pip the Pug to put Jackpot back in. I'm going to use the Safe House to draw the Jackpot. All right. I will draw with Moira McTaggart going up. Damn, there's a lot of resources here. All right, I need to keep this. All right, I'm going to spend 3 to play a rapid response. I am going to spend 1 for a lucky break. And I'm going to spend 3 for a command team. I will have 3 of these, and let's have some fun. Adam Warlock is going to thwart for 1.
Yep.
And then pitch Jackpot. And then, so I'll heal somebody for 3. I'll deal 3 damage and remove 3 threat.
I don't need to be healed.
Anybody need to...
I flipped down. I would take the heal,
Cable?
but I also flipped down. Probably Cable. Cable, what you got?
I'm at 5.
Not sure.
We can't hear you,
is
Eric.
back.
All right.
I think
You
Eric
can take it,
stepped
Steve.
away.
Go to 8. Go to 8.
All right, I'll go to 8. All right. Beast will punch for 2.
Are you removing threat, Steve?
I will. Don't worry. I already got 3 with the Adam Warlock. All right, so
I know, but it's the only possible way we could lose at this point, and I would be so mad at you. I can't even tell you.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
Beast is gonna die. Trigger rapid response. Come back. Bring back my Jackpot.
Got it. You had a plan. All right.
I always have a plan. I'm gonna use command team to ready Adam Warlock.
The problem is, Steve, is you always have a plan, but you tend to change it on the fly,
Never. I
and
would
that
never
makes
do
us
this.
nervous.
I'm going to use Adam Warlock to thwart for 1, and then do all 3 again. So heal Brian for 3, deal him 3 damage, and remove 3 threat. So that's 4. So that's 8 threat from.
Yeah. Threat's down to 6.
Yeah. Okay. White Tiger is gonna punch for 2. I take 0 damage. Beast is gonna punch for 2.
15.
I'm going to punch for 2, and Domino's pistol is going to do 2 damage. And I'll put probability field under the painted lady.
Is it not worth those other characters removing 4 threat?
Why?
Because we're not going to kill him, and we don't want to
Because
lose.
he's not going to
the threat.
die? Like,
Just
being at
just
11
swap
health?
It. Swap it. Swap the
Being at
4
11
damage
health
for
versus 2 threat makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with whatever.
I mean, I agree with you because 3 of us are in hero form, but I just don't want some kind of rapid succession of advances. You know what I mean?
I think you're overselling it, but yeah. Okay.
I mean, we're
I
2 hours
concur,
in.
but
We
it's
just
the
don't wanna
only way we
lose.
could lose.
That's right.
My last card is Luck Be a Lady, so it's definitely not happening.
There you go. All right, drop +2 hand size. This is going up to 8. Oh, your touch comes off, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Never got rid of your psionic amnesia.
Never did. I never played a single ally this game. I only have Gambit because of the side scheme.
Call for backup. All right, Cable, you're getting attacked for 2. I have many blockers if people
And
want
I also
them.
don't play supports, right? Because the one support that I have was placed from another side scheme.
Nick is a blocker.
I'll take him.
Good.
Thank you.
He's hitting me. I got a wiggle room.
I have Gambit if anyone needs it as well.
I've got Deadpool
discard
as
a
well.
resource card. I will just discard a resource card at this point. Then I will play wiggle room. He's hitting me for 4. So I will play a single wiggle room and bring it back. Taking 1. I have to pay for it. So I will use this follow through. Draw a card. All right. And then he is scheming here for 2 plus an advance. So Steve was so incredibly correct.
Look,
but not always.
Here? These are
And
not lies. This is the truth.
Domino is getting attacked. I can block with Wolverine or Snow Guard unless you just want to take it.
I will block with White Tiger.
And White Tiger is out.
You can
Cards.
trust Steve's foresight 20% of the time.
Right.
Dude, how many
Advance. Look at how
Boom.
correct I was. 2
Uh-huh.
plus 2 is 4. It goes to 14. It would have been at 18 out of 32 now. Memories of Armageddon. Ha, that's what you get for being right. Malice will surge
Gambit.
into exhaustion. No, Malice doesn't attach. You are exhausted. And you
Of course I
get
am.
psychic inertia because you deserve more bad things, Brian. Psychic override for you, Steve. Choose a card type. Discard everything else, then draw back to your hand size, and we add threat equal to the number of cards of that type you have in your hand.
I'm just gonna keep upgrade. And I have 2, and then I draw another 5.
Not literally, right? You didn't draw 5 upgrades?
No. Oh, but I got the jackpot again. I got 4 upgrades.
All right, goes to 18. Hope goes to me. And I believe this is the end, boys.
All right, hold on. Before we do that, and this may help especially for Steve, I have a body slide in my hand. Do you wanna
Yeah.
Call for an action. We can all flip
Yeah.
down, and then you can
Sorry,
flip back,
Brian.
do whatever. So is
Yep.
that yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will then. I have to
I will
pitch a
always
resource to
slide
do
my
that.
body when offered.
Okay, so body slide.
You little floozy.
Okay. And then do that. Oh, and I just drew a telekinetic blast by calling for
So
an action
let's
off
just
that
finish
safe
it.
house.
And then I think we could just say we won, right? Or
Uh,
do you want to just play it out?
I think Brant wants to punch him out.
Yeah. What is his health at?
11.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just drew a telekinetic blast.
Steve, do you have any
so
command
there's
teams?
nothing right there.
I do.
I'm not
I have
allowing
2.
your action. All right, Hope punches for 3.
Don't even call for it. Just take it.
Then
like a
ready
Steve
her.
Right.
She punches for 3. And then I will play a no quarter and embiggen it. Oh, shoot. That's only 8, right?
That's 6 plus 4. No, you're good. It's 12. You're good.
It's 12.
Yeah. No quarters.
4,
Six.
2, and 2 is 8.
No, she's hitting for 3. Hope is hitting for 3.
Oh yeah. So that brought her down to 9. And then then I just play a big hands, and it's good night.
All right. I was gonna have another bonkers.
Oh, I had to take some damage, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just pay for 1 with these, and I'd take 2, and then the second time I would pay, and I would take 1, so I'd be down to 4. All right, I'm still alive.
Yay.
There you go. That is
He's
the
only got
expert
2 life, high energy
campaign.
transfer.
My Domino deck dominated. Domino.
Tarkin should always be exhausted, Brombe.
So where to go?
Tarkin.
So, as you guys can see,
So
in
Stryfe is
4
defeated.
players, it happens a lot that one player tends to get hosed.
Oh, totally.
But
I'm just glad it was
at the-
Brian again.
But the thing is
Again.
that it just happens. Nothing you could do about it. I did what I could. I helped the team where I could, and I think I still at least did something, even though all
You
that did
contributed.
happen.
Oh yeah.
I think
you did great, man. Those repurposes were key. Were clutch.
I think they were right at the end. It was like the last. It's like a go down swinging kind of move.
Yeah.
Where I was
how
able
do you-
to finally get that.
How do you feel about this campaign overall?
I think the campaign is really good. I think it's very enjoyable, even at an expert level, except for Stryfe here a little bit. I think it was fine, but man, he's got kind of like a mutagen feeling at where you're just drowning and drowning until you're not. It's just like you finally find your way out. And
The
as soon
key
as
was
you
that
find your way
advanced to
out-
that main scheme went to 0. I didn't realize that. I just didn't remember that was going to happen, and then we had it. Like then it just felt like we had all the ability to come back.
That's the thing is once we found our way out of that huge hole, it's like, okay, well, we now have it no matter what. Like it's very hard for us to actually lose. If Steve didn't do what he said he was going to do with threat removal, maybe we would have lost. But
I think I don't think we were ever at a point where we were sweating that we were going to lose, but
Yeah, we were.
We were in that game.
yeah, we were for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely frustrating, I would say, until you turn that corner.
You know what was frustrating? Never being able to play an ally when you have an ally that costs 6.
Yeah.
And not just that, but I have to be unexhausted. And I was defending a lot, so in the few times that I actually was going to, I'm like, wait a second, I'm exhausted. I got to rethink my whole turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that last turn was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know that I feel great about all the threat it adds to all of those crises. Like it did it in Mr. Sinister, and it did it there. I mean, it's a good way to put you in a hole, and make you dig out of it and kind of focus. But honestly, I guess my deck still removed a lot of threat once I got that built, and it was great on the main scheme. But it feels like it would have just made me want to be Justice to just make that stuff go faster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then,
And then let the damage come in time. But I guess we'd have a lot more minions on the board because I was definitely taking out minions every time they came out, and we might not have had a way to do that.
The reason why the hardest thing for me at the end there was stage 3's force response is because Rogue is all event based, and I just had like all events in my hand, so I can't punch without dying. So that's why I was trying to do that math, because I was like, okay, I could telekinetic blast, but I'm gonna be down a card, and I'm gonna just like get pelted. So
I think the campaign for me was like, it was fun. I was glad we did it. I'm glad I could say I did the 4-player expert, but I wouldn't really do it again.
No, I would have to agree with you on that.
But to be fair, a lot of the campaigns 4-player expert, I don't know that I want to do again.
Once it's done.
I definitely agree with like over 2 hours really does feel too long, because it feels like you get stuck in a ditch that the game gives you until you dig your way out. Then you turn the corner. when we flipped him to 80 health, Eric, like you said, I was never worried. Like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
We could have just dealt no damage once we got him to 40 and he was dead next turn. Like it just didn't matter anymore. So that's where, like with Brian, he did his turn great, but like we had enough damage, he was dead. It just didn't matter what iterations of damage. So obviously, if we were playing and maybe not streaming and it was just us and we were at a shop or at a table, we'd say, oh, we got him. We flipped him. I could see the next couple turns, deal out the encounter card, see what happens. You know what I mean? And you could move on. So it's a little anticlimactic. But I think that's just where I'm coming with this game. Like the campaigns just aren't what I'm here for, you know? Like
I think that's the majority of us, though.
Well, we can't say that because there's a lot of people that like to just play the precons versus the standard campaign because that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're right. I can't say that.
So one thing that I think is missing, and I really hope that Tony adds to that, is when the villain flips, more bad things should happen because normally when we flip, we're set up and they're done in a turn, right? One or two turns and we're done. I think this is the consistent pattern on what we're doing, and it's that kind of pattern that probably needs to break. But doing that, is it going to punish the aggro players that are coming in, swinging hard on expert, and then just breaking that? Because, if you notice, he didn't do anything when we flipped him from stage 2 to stage 3. Have you seen a boss do that? No.
Right. He made us change our pattern of play, but we could basically dance around it, right? Or just take the damage at that point because it's like, I got 10 health, let me just use it as a resource.
Yeah.
Right. But yes, to Steve's point, there are definitely some villains, Goblin, for example, where when he goes to stage 3, you're just going to get, hit with, is that the one that brings out a whole bunch of encounter cards?
Yeah,
or is that when he goes to stage 2?
Venom Goblin?
Yeah. Yeah, Venom Goblin is just a beast when he gets to stage 3.
I appreciate that his health is pretty low. Like, because he has that whole damage you back, they kept his health pretty low, so it's not just a slog, right? He could have had 35 health per player, and we could have been here all night, just dealing damage and then healing and then removing the threat that he put on when we had to heal, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be a lot. So I do appreciate that they kept his health pretty low. The thing to your point, though, Steve, is that it becomes like Goblin, where it's like, let's get him to 1 health.
Flip him
and then let him sit there until we're totally built, and then flip him and do all the damage in 1 turn. But of course, they could put things that come immediately into play, right? Like Drang goes and puts minions and drops them all in play.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So Drang is the one I think is still one of the best scaling up, right?
I agree. So, he's much harder an expert than standard.
Yeah.
And his health is so low on standard.
So Canadian Mustache says, I would also like to see a mechanic that encourages you to move to the next villain stage sooner so that you can't just hang out in the easier stage all day. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to build it in with cards like White Tiger and whatever those ones they had early, right? The one where like Black Widow's like this, and it removes threat if you're an Avenger based on the stage.
Yeah.
But they just became inefficient cards.
Overall.
It's like 2 for 4 threat removal, which is great, but you can just play for Justice and not really worry about what stage you're on and how that card works. It's just, it only removes from the main scheme, so it just became a little undertuned, right?
Yeah.
Like if it was 2 for 6, then you off the main, you might consider it. But then Crisis Averted would kind of be like, hey, what about me? So there's those weird, if you move from 2 to 3, the card can get over or under tuned because there's no like 2.5, you know?
Yeah. So I think that the overall campaign experience is nice to have. It's like, I call it frosting on the cake, right?
Yeah.
It's just a bonus.
I liked the whole I guess way we upgrade in this campaign. It's just
did too.
It's simple. You know, there's not like unit. I mean, it's fine, whatever. But there wasn't anything that like we have to keep track of. Be like, how much do you have after victory, and like buy from the
Right.
store and get all these upgrades. It's just like here, these are static things that everyone is going to have. If you've cleared this, everyone's going to be able to use a safe house. Everyone's going to be able to get this upgrade or have that extra defense and all that stuff, right? I think it's just a nice static buff like that is really fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
It is. It gets a little convoluted then because you actually then go to the campaign and you think, oh, we get this buff and we shuffle this card in. But you don't just shuffle a card in. You shuffle a card in, we all get a psionic trait, and you add threat to a crisis.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that they're adding, which is kind of good because the get a random attachment is good for variety when you replay it. Because if it was just add threat, you'd be like, okay, I always have to remove buckets of threat, right?
Yeah.
So it gives variety, but it does kind of convolute it. Like there's a lot of different things coming at you and whatnot. But I think that there's some movies that I only, should I see that movie? Yeah, I'd watch it once if I were you, or like TV shows. How many TV shows do you rewatch the whole thing? So it's not bad to say like, oh, I'm glad I watched all of the Clone Wars cartoon, but I'm not going to go watch 7 seasons again. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's the same with the campaign. Like I was happy to do it. I had fun, but I don't know that I'm trying to do it again.
You're
Unless
watching
it's Dune.
season 7 of the Clone Wars and episode, I think 14 called the Lawless, where Darth Maul goes up against Darth Maul and Savage Opress versus Sidious.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good.
Unless it's Dune, then I would watch and reread that multiple times.
Dune? Yeah, I haven't watched
Dune.
that. Have you guys
That's
been
why I went
watching
movies
Ahsoka?
versus TV shows.
Yeah.
I've been watching
Right.
Ahsoka.
Oh, it's so good.
I haven't.
You're gonna wait? I wanted to wait, and then I'm like, no.
Well, I've been watching a few things. So Apple TV Plus has like so I finished off watching C on Apple TV Plus. It was with Jason Momoa. It was like the whole world essentially was blind, and then his kids were born with sight, brand new, and it was a whole bunch of. Anyways, it was a good show. It was 3 seasons. Finished Ted Lasso. Awesome, love Ted Lasso. But what we're watching right now, or we just finished watching, was the 2nd season of Foundation, and that is such a new, refreshing kind of idea. Like everything feels like it's always been just done and done and done and done. There's just like this whole new show, and I don't know. It's cool. I would suggest it. It's fun. It's like it's literally over centuries. The whole show takes place over centuries.
Interesting.
Yeah. I watch very little television. I try to play board games instead. I get so much more entertainment out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, but I am watching Ahsoka.
I watched much less until I started doing all this eBay for my mom's business where I take pictures. So I have like a light box and I put the object inside and I snap pictures and then I turn it 90 degrees, like, you know, and it's very tedious. And so I have to do like podcast, music, television show, podcast, music, movie. So in that rotation, I tend to have a lot more just because I need something on to break that.
You need the noise.
Yeah.
So that I've watched a lot more because of that, for sure.
There you go.
Right on.
Anyway, it was totally fun. I feel like I brought like a little bit of a downer, like, oh, the campaign, I wouldn't do it again. But again, I don't think this game is best at its campaigns. I don't think any of us here feel that way. So it's not really a shocker. It's not something like we are dropping on everybody. Like, oh my gosh, the campaign. Like, they're super fun. I do think the campaigns work better if you're playing yourself or with 2 people and you just kind of cruise. Like, I still love playing Rise of Red Skull in a single night. Like, my family puts a movie on, I can play the whole Rise of Red Skull expert campaign in one sitting. I love that.
For me, a reason why I tend not to go back to a campaign is because I like to switch it up with heroes. And when you're playing a campaign, you're locked into that hero for
that's a huge
5 scenarios.
Sure. Yeah.
You know? Awesome point, Brian. It just and Steve did a good job. He was like, come on, let's all switch aspects. But it was just tricky given whatever situations we didn't do that. And that probably could have given us some more spice. If we were all changing aspects and talking about our deck builds, we didn't do a lot of that, you know, and this campaign is not one of the harder ones, I don't think. So we weren't really like trying to adjust
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
what we did, and we were able to just use
it's
our
Marvel Champions. One of the greatest parts about it is its deep hero pool. So, and there's so many to play. I just normally when I sit down, I want to constantly be playing someone different. And it can't, like I said, campaign locks you in for 5.
Yeah.
Now, if we played like a custom campaign where we just changed heroes every single time, that would be something to be played.
Yeah. That's a phenomenal point. That's actually one we totally should have said, because you are dead on.
Yeah. And I think to Brian's point, that's one of the reasons why when a new campaign box comes out, that's when I will do it as a campaign, like in my first playthrough, because I'm playing these heroes for the first time. And by playing them 5 times in a row, then you really start to get a feel for them. But then,
that's another great point.
Yeah, but I've never done like what Steve does, is switching out the aspects during a campaign. So because, like, okay, I got a good feel for Domino leadership. Now I want to try her aggression, or I want to try her justice, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't get that feel during a campaign, but I really do get to feel the ins and outs of a new hero while playing a campaign.
Yeah. I just think there's so much opportunity for creativity in this game.
Mhm.
I find it hard to get locked down.
Yeah. See, for example, I played Rogue once before we started this campaign, and then now the 5 times since we played the campaign, I probably won't go back to her for a while now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of this reason, because of it, like, I feel like I've overplayed her.
And Steve is 100% a deck builder. I mean, if you think about the types of games that Steve enjoys the most, so like if this game had precons, I don't think Steve would play this game. Like, the deck building is part of your identity in the game. I don't know how to say that best, right? Like, you're always thinking about how can I deck build, even if it's how can I deck build for the villain. Those are your series that you always do. Here's deck builds for the new hero. Here's deck builds for the villains, and that's how you think, which is great. And then the other games you love are Clank, Shards of Infinity, right? Like, you love all the games where you get to build the deck and come up with unique combos and everything. The win-loss is great, but you are so interested in what can I do outside the box. I think it's great. I'm not saying it as a negative, but that's why it makes sense to me that you just couldn't repeat the same thing, because that's the part of the game you engage with. The most.
Deck building games are great. They're fantastic. That's why I think maybe Steve would actually enjoy The Witcher, because it is a deck. It's part deck builder.
Deck builder game.
Yeah. It's fun. Like, it's fun. Like, the deck building in that game is fun because the whole point is you're trying to create the biggest combo that you can, right? So it's like you're just like dancing and sword playing. That's the whole idea behind the deck building in that game. So deck building games are just awesome.
I haven't started watching The Witcher on Netflix yet.
Oh, you haven't even watched it?
I should. So the other night I'm like, I should watch something, and I'm like, I was about to start Netflix, and I'm like, let me just go check what's on Prime, and I got suckered into The Boys again.
Oh,
I restarted The Boys.
I made a custom variant with my brother for Witcher.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Boys variant?
No. That'd be fun. The Boys variant. Yeah, you know what? Someone needs to go create custom Marvel Champions content with The Boys. Just play Homelander and stuff like that.
I've seen that for Marvel Zombies, that someone came up with. You can do Homelander and Marvel Zombies, but Champions, that would be great.
So you guys don't know this, but I've been working with I think I told you guys. I've been working with a French
NDAs over here, Steve?
No.
Okay.
French content creator, but custom content. So.
Right.
Yeah, so he's been asking my just feedbacks, and then just what opinions, and then tweaking cards and stuff like that. So it's been fun. We're working on Ashley Barton. I don't know if you know. It's Spider Bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, she is the granddaughter of Spider-Man, and Hawkeye I don't know how that worked out, but she's a mixture between Hawkeye and Spider-Man.
Okay.
So it's a multiverse, right?
No, it's like Earth 616 there, where it's Bad Hulk there, Maestro rules.
When you're saying Earth 616, it literally all I think is it's a multiverse on the grand scale of things.
Yeah.
It's the you have Earth 313, Earth 616,
Whatever, yeah. So basically what she does is she's like she finds her grandfather's web things, and then the Kingpin has taken control, and then she becomes the new Kingpin. And then so the first thing she does is she goes and grabs a big machete and just chops the Kingpin's head off. It's super violent and brutal.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh yeah, it's extremely violent.
I shouldn't watch with my kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it, but yeah. And then so the design of the mechanics is like she kind of becomes she gets these different personalities, or her thing evolves. So one of the things I suggested is like, because he created her with like, okay, you get this trait, this happens. You get this trait, this happens.
Are these like comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look it up. Spider Biatch. So just look it up and you'll see the
comics. So my nephew's birthday just passed, and his birthday party is on the coming weekend. And I was thinking about getting him comic books, but I don't know where to start. And he really loves Power Rangers. So I call the comic book store and I'm asking about Power Rangers comic books. And I'm like, he's 6. He's turning 6. They're like, oh, he opens up the first Power Ranger comic, and on the first page, there's someone just getting like impaled with something. I'm like, maybe it's not for a 6-year-old.
Right. That's the thing. It's called, I think it's called Warriors of the Grid.
Yeah, well, that's a board game. Like that's also 14 plus, right? So it's like it's very explicit content, and it's like there was a scene where it's like Tommy and Kimberly were like getting it on. I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't want to be giving this at a 6-year-old birthday party.
I mean, you'd be the favorite uncle, I guess.
No. So it's like, I think I have to wait for these comic books until he's like 14, 15, if he's still into Power Rangers then.
I doubt it. But the thing is that Power Rangers is actually pretty cool IP. We just saw the Americanized version, but if you go in the manga version of Power Rangers,
I thought you were gonna say Canadianized version.
No. They just go around giving people maple syrup and saying thank you.
Right.
Sorry.
Take off, eh?
There you go. All right, let's you guys want to wrap it up because it's 11.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that is that. Sometime this week, I'm going to join Descry, and we're going to try to make Rush great again, because we're going to try to 2-player Rush a bunch of games. And I'm really excited because the one Rush deck that completely shocked me was Spectrum Protection. She can Rush in Protection, and I was so excited because I've never been able to do Rush in Protection, and she did it super well. So I'm going to play on his channel at some point this week, and then we might actually make a Rush tier list, because I think in that sense it's super helpful to people to know what characters can do that well and what characters don't do that so well. And that doesn't mean this character is great and this character is terrible. It just means they're made for this style of play. So that's something people can look forward to over on Descry's channel. What?
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spectrum Protection. Yeah,
don't spoil it.
Okay.
Okay, spoil it.
Just stop talking.
No, but it is a repurpose build, so.
I don't remember. I have to go build it. I don't think I repurposed, but you could get rid of the energy duplications, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, how does she rush in Protection?
Yeah, I don't remember, so I have to build again and see if I remember. But I know I did it, and I did Tower Defense, which has one of the higher health totals. It's like 41 or 42 health total. I think it's 41, and that's one of the higher health totals, and I was able to do it with her in 3 turns, I think. So it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Wow.
Nice.
It is so true. Death's Cry is such a slow, methodical player. It should be interesting.
Mhm.
It's very true. So we'll see how all that goes. I don't know if we'll do it with. A lot of people have been doing it with a timer, which is a whole different thing to me because I think turns is what's impressive, but people like to see a timer. And then I'm thinking, well, gosh, I can talk so darn fast, but the odds of making a mistake become high. You know what I mean? Like it's a weird,
true.
it's a different thing to be
Through it.
go. And be like, this car goes here. This car goes here. Like I feel like I just start shouting. Like,
I don't think the timer is necessary.
I think turns are a little more interesting, but a lot of people have been doing timers, so maybe it's something I need to try. Anyway, that is that. But thank you for watching our expert 4-player campaign. If you wonder, can it be done? It can. It took each one was over 2 hours, which I would say is a little long for this game. I don't think 2 hours is bad 4-player, but when you get over 2, you definitely feel a little bit of that stretch where you're waiting, and these characters had some long turns. So
the seventh inning stretch, right?
I definitely I think you feel a little bit of it where it was almost like, I'm gonna step away for a second, or I'm not quite paying attention. It's hard to stay focused for that amount of time. So thank you for joining us for this. We'll come back with some more gameplays. We're not done. We got some other. We'll do some one-up where we can play different heroes.
We're doing hella. Each choosing an aspect, and we're adding all those player side schemes, and we can only defeat her once
every player side scheme is in, and maybe not every galactic artifact because we can't control that as easily.
Yeah. We're gonna do the one ways or another's.
We're gonna die so bad. It's gonna be great. Oh, one way or another would get them out of there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure we could do it, but it's going to be so fun, and I'm so excited to die over and over again.
We need Phoenix, and we need like Spider-Man protection, where the defend there, the one that deals with like 16 damage, 12, 17 damage.
Yeah. And you're thinking Phoenix could be Justice?
Yeah, Phoenix Justice, Cable Justice. So there's 2 psychic misdirections, and then we need Captain America and Spider-Man in protection.
Yep.
All right, we'll have to figure that out then.
That's fun
together. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah.
All right. So join us for that. Unfortunately, we don't have a planned night. I know there's other channels that like to do a planned night, but it just doesn't work for us. We're wild and crazy guys, so
living wild and sweet and
but we're excited that you all are joining us, and we'll come back with some more plays. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Until next time, I'm the Brent.
I'm Brian.
I'm Eric.
And I'm going to bed.
And I'm going to bed.
We hope you step into the portal. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.